Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dope As Usual podcast. My name is Dope As Yola. This is my co-host, Marty O'Neill.
What's up, guys?
We're getting right into it, guys. We're ready to start this conversation. I'm super excited. It is what? Wednesday morning? Tuesday morning. Oof, I'm the
first of the month.
Slipping. Wake up. Guys, this is the Ken Flores episode, part 2. What's up?
What up, man? Appreciate you having me back.
Thanks for being here. You got a new face tat. You're looking cool. You're looking half the size you were last time you were here, man. Let's go.
I feel good, man. Not only just look good, but I feel good. I'm excited. Yeah, man, it's been a fun time, man. A lot has happened from the last time I was here. I got healthy. You started doing stand-up.
And this fool just invited me to help him at the improv.
Yeah, he's gonna come through to the Brea Improv the day before Thanksgiving. It's gonna be lit, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna hand out frozen turkeys. Like, deal with it. I'm excited for that. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, bro.
So since you were here last, the biggest thing I'm gonna talk about, you did your special, bro.
Oh yeah.
And not even that, I watched all your shit. It looked awesome. You're in a room. Did you have like the crane cameras coming in?
Yeah.
I just saw the before and like while he's on stage, I didn't see the camera.
Yep.
You're in it's not a stadium, but you're in like where they do roasts. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like where they roast fools with the crowd and shit.
It's like it was a legit TV set, you know. I had never done a TV appearance. I mean, like I said, I was happy. Last time I came, I told you I was happy with where I was at with my career, putting out TikToks, Instagrams. Like I didn't really need a special. But man, we can all bullshit. Ain't nothing like having that stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know, a company stamped me, which was shout out to LOL Network and Heartbeat Productions, which is Kevin Hart's company. They actually got to see me for the first time at Netflix's A Joke Festival here in April in Los Angeles. I was doing my hour at the Comedy Store in the main room, which that alone like was already a big thing for me.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Exactly, it's a headline in one of the most legendary clubs in the world, and then that same night get discovered by the president of the company and basically tell me like, hey, I need your special. And it was kind of like at first was like, I need it. And then my manager and my team was like, well, we need like a formal offer, a platform, like a venue. Like we need to know what details. We can't just agree to something. Because a lot of people get shelved like that. A lot of people.
Like some rappers?
Rappers. There's also comedians that have recorded with pretty popular companies and they just never get put out, you know, which sucks. Yeah.
Can you keep using that material or is it burned?
I mean, you can use it because it's not out. But the point is that the whole reason why you would want to record one is just so you can get rid of that material and start the new hour, you know, start growing.
Or they can wrap you up in a deal where they do own it and you can't keep doing it. Right?
Yeah, exactly. There's also that. But I think, I mean, even if they do own it, if it's not distributed, technically they can't stop you. They're not going on tour with you everywhere. So you can still do the same stuff. But they came with the offer that I got was a 30-minute special, which was basically like I don't know if you guys remember, but Comedy Central used to do Comedy Central Presents, where that's almost every big comedian that was like their first special, the 30 minutes. And nowadays we live in a time where everybody's so fast forward. You know, everybody's got millions of followers on Instagram, so they get the hour right away. But a lot of times when you see those hours, they're not really hours.
They're not tight enough yet.
It's like 30 minutes of good shit and then like 30 minutes of bullshit. So for me, I felt like in that point of my career, I'm very realistic at where I'm at with my career. Even though that I'm touring and I'm headlining, I know that I don't have an hour of just hits, which is the type of comedy I like to do, you know. But the 30 minutes I felt like was the perfect thing for me. And this package that they did, it was 10 comedians, 10 30-minute half hours. We shot it in Vegas. It was actually a nightclub. It's a very popular called Zouk nightclub at Resorts World. And it was over a Heartbeat weekend. So they booked the whole resort the whole weekend. And they have day parties, pool parties, night parties. So I was performing on Tuesday night. I recorded my special, and like Friday, Lil Wayne was there performing in the same club. So it was pretty dope, you know. And then of course, like the whole TV stuff was just a whole experience for me, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first got the offer and I signed it, I didn't really care because it was just kind of like, all right, just another set, you know. But once I was there and once I was looking at the crane cameras, you know, the sound checks, the wardrobes, the makeup, I was like, oh shit, like this is for real now.
For me?
Yeah, for me, for real, like what? And I was I think the most famous comedian that recorded with us was Chico Bean.
Oh yeah,
from Wild 'N Out. So and I mean, shout out to Chico Bean, but I got the email and I had a meeting with executives. They said that out of the package of 10, mine was the best. And that's the one that they're going to use to sell the package.
Oh,
so
nice.
hopefully Netflix or Hulu pick it up. But even if they don't, I don't care. I just want the footage, you know. I'll clip it up and put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that happened, and it was definitely an experience, and I cannot wait to see the results. I'm excited.
When's it come out?
I don't have a release date yet. The first draft of it is already edited, and they're already pitching it. So we want to do Q1 of 2025. So within the first 4 or 5 months of next year, it should be out and distributed. Sick. Yeah, I'm excited.
Did you get nervous?
You know what? Yeah, obviously, yes, 100% was nervous. But it didn't, nothing, even with doing sound check that day at the venue. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, I'm a piece of shit, and you guys know this from the last episode. I like to gamble. And we were doing it. I'm a gambler, and we were in Las Vegas. We're staying at the resort, so I have to walk through the casino to get to the venue. Shaking. I know. I was not shaking. I made sure I stopped and played a couple hands of roulette before I went in and performed.
What's your number?
I do 7, 8, 10, 14, 20, 25, and 27. Those 7 numbers on the board. So 7 is my tour manager's birthday. Oh, sorry, my bad. I confused that. 7 is my girl's birthday. And it's a lucky number. 8's my tour manager's birthday. 10 is my birthday. 14 is my brother's birthday. 20 is my dad's birthday. 25 is my mom's birthday, and 27 is my sister's birthday. So I always put chips on those, and then I try to cover my ass with a cutler, you know.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely lose more than I win always. But I like slots too. Like I'm retarded, so just looking at the lights, just like spinning and shit. Like I could be stuck. I could be down 1,000 as long as the keep making dring, dring, dring. I'm putting more money.
It's like the baby carriage things. They put all the lights above you and you keep touching them.
And another thing I was real nervous about was that when I recorded, I had my grill and my teeth, and they're not permanent. They come out. They're molded, obviously, right? Yeah. So they're not gonna come out like they're not gonna fall out like Dame Dash's dentures and shit. But it's still like I do find myself having a lisp at times if I don't control myself or if I'm speaking too fast. And obviously with the special, I didn't want to mess up, but I also wanted to have something that was going to separate me from the rest of the people. Like there's no comedian that has put out a special with UVS Diamond Grill in their mouth. And a face tattoo, you feel me? So I was like, I gotta do it. And luckily I paced myself just enough where everything went real smooth. We got most people when they record a special, they get a minimum of 2 recordings. So they get the best of the both and they combine them. They wear the same outfit, whatever, and they get the best product. We only got 1 recording. After that recording, that same night with the same crowd, if there's anything you tripped up on or something that you wanted to redo, you had to redo it with the same crowd. That's like, it's just like, it's the worst. So when I'm up there performing, I have a joke, and I've put it out so I can talk about it. I have a joke where I basically say that my cousin's retarded, you know? But I only use the word one time because I don't like to make people uncomfortable either. Yeah. Like I know one time gets a pop, and then I just use dumb or whatever for the rest of the joke, right? But I do say it once because that's part of the way the joke was written. So when I killed my set, like I remember just being done with it, and like there were some people that were paid to sit in because obviously, you know, Tuesday at 10 p.m. you're not gonna sell 300 tickets 10 times or whatever, you know. So they had people that were hired, and they also had some of my fans there. And I also recorded with Justin Silva. Shout out to him. He did his half hour before me, and then it was me after him. So they wanted us to go up there as soon as we got done, and to redo a few jokes, just so they can get them a little bit better. But in my head, I was like, bro, I'm not going to redo nothing with the same audience. They already heard it. Corny. They just heard it. Corny. Not like they heard it last time I was here. They heard it 10 minutes ago. So that kind of was like a mood kill for me, because when I got off stage, it was a big sign of relief. Like I felt like, ooh, like, all right, now I'm about to go get up and play roulette, you know. And I was just riding such a high that when I got off stage, my managers and my agent, they came to thank me right away. But before I could get a word out there, like, but we need you to go back up there and not say retarded.
Oh, that's the funniest part about that joke.
Yeah, I was like, but that the way the joke works is because I say that word. And I'm not saying it like...
No, are you talking about the New York shit?
Yeah, the New York...
No, it needs it.
Exactly.
It needs it.
And I was like, and I told my manager, I was like, you know what? I'll go back up and do it just so you guys don't think that I'm hard to work with, but it's not going to work. So I go back up, and this time that they bring me back up, the crowd goes even crazier because now they just see me kill it, so they know I'm funny. So when I get up there, like as soon as the word comes out, first of all, you got to pick up at a random place, because you're not gonna restart all over.
She's got to.
So they
and then my cousin.
Yeah, literally.
Weird.
Luckily, the first thing I said when I came out and they went crazy, I was like, "Y'all fake as y'all just seen me." So that got a pop. So I kind of broke the fourth wall a little bit, and then I mean, as soon as I did it, I couldn't. I stopped. As soon as I said the word and they got like a mild reaction, I looked at the producer, like the director, right in the face, like because he's right down the venue from me. And I was like, I can't do it, bro. I was like, I think that. The way I take pride in being myself and being so original, and that's why I come on these podcasts, tell these crazy stories where, I mean, the last time I was here, I told that hooker story. People were like, "You could never get Batman couldn't get that out of me," but like that's, but I'm raw, you know, I'm real, and I talk my shit. So I told the director, I was like, I can't do it, bro. And they were like, well, the thing is that we don't want that one word to keep us from selling all these 10 specials to a platform. And I was like, you know what, man, I'll bet on myself. I'm gonna keep it, and if that's the reason why you can't sell, then drop my special.
Yeah.
Then they were like, all right, and then the crowd went crazy because I refused to like retape it.
You did all that on stage?
On stage, because he's talking to me through the God mic, so it just sounds like God is talking to me.
So everybody's going, yo, they're having an argument.
Yeah, exactly, but the people are going crazy. And when I said I wouldn't do it, I put the mic down, and the crowd stood up. Like it was crazy, you know. Then we get a call that same night from the president of the company and my agent, three-way. They were like, if we sell this package, it's going to be because of him.
Because of it.
Because of him. Because of that. His special is so like hit for hit for hit. So, you know, I kind of was like, I'm glad I took the chance, and I'm glad they don't have that footage of me using the other words. Where they'll swap it behind my back or something like that. So that footage doesn't exist. So
that would have bothered you the whole time.
I don't think I would have been happy with the final product.
For sure.
If that one word wasn't in there.
I've seen you show like 3 times now. You need it.
Yo, this is stand-up comedy, by the way. Like, we can't nerf stand-up comedy that much.
No, right. And I was like, dude, I'm not out here talking about salt or anything. Like I'm talking about, I'm just a retard.
I do sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not like it's a dumb it's a retarded reason to not
thank you
to put it in the special, you know. But after that, anyway, it was a great experience, and right now they're shopping it with different executives. So even if no platform picks it up, technically,
you still have it.
I mean, they know my name now, you know, because they use mine to pitch it. They know who I am.
Totally.
So we'll go from there, and hopefully it does get picked up, and you know, I get a.
Is it like a combination of like your favorite bits, or is it like your most recent stuff?
Definitely not my most recent stuff, because right now I got like 20 minutes of new material that I've been doing that's been killing, but I have not put any of that on Instagram or nowhere, just because I want to keep it so when people come to the shows, they're like, oh shit, this is fire. And I'm getting better as a joke writer too, so my stories are longer, and it's just what I wanted to do. I wanted to get better as a comedian. But as far as the materials that I swear to God on my mom's life, the morning I woke up when I was recording my special, I still didn't know what I was gonna do.
That makes me feel so much better.
Yeah, the morning of my special, I did not know I knew some of the bits I was gonna use, like the hits, per quote unquote, you know, like. But I mean, like as far as the set, how it was gonna roll through, it was so hard for me to put together, especially because I procrastinated and waited till the last minute. But I've been on tour so long, doing hours.
Yeah.
So it's like to pick 30 minutes out of a 60-minute set is hard, you know. And not only just to pick it, but it has to make sense, you know. Yeah. Because I don't like to be one of those comedians where they're like, "Yeah, man, that shit was crazy." Well, global warming. Yeah, exactly. Get out of here. Like I wanted my shit to flow, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I think I did a great job in selecting and arranging the set, so it worked out perfect. So I got some of my older material out there, some of the new stuff that I've been doing. So it kind of put a flame up my, like not up my ass, but on my ass. Like, hey, on my ass to write more now. Because once that drops, I'm gonna need that new stuff.
What's your process?
Awesome,
when you sit down to write? Like, how's it go?
So my process of writing, I mean, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'll book a pop-up show at a venue that I know I'll sell out, no problem. Yeah. So for example, the Haha in North Hollywood or Zany's in Chicago, they're both 150 seaters, perfect to record clips and content. So I'll book it and I'll announce it like, hey, this is new material / crowd work. And the people come to see me for crowd work anyway. They love the getting bullied, getting shit on. Yeah. And then from there, I see what, even if it's an interact, because sometimes somebody will say something in the crowd that will remind me of something, and then I'll say it right there in a moment, but then I'll build on it. So for example, one of the one of my new and favorite jokes that I've been doing right now. I booked the headlining show. I did 2 hours on stage on some.
Damn.
I was drunk as.
It has to be.
I was drunk as. There was people that were heckling the comics before me, so I told them, I was like, when I go on stage, I got y'all. I got off the fucking stage. I'm talking shit to them in their face with the microphone. I get back on stage. I took off my shirt, bro. I'm shirtless on stage, like crazy shit, bro. But while I was there, I did some crowd work with somebody, and this guy, he told me he met his girlfriend at the Boys and Girls Club. And I remember I used to stay at the Boys and Girls Club. It's like a club for kids with like.
Oh, we know what it is.
Oh, all right, for sure.
Yeah, Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah,
So you go when your parents are at work.
Yeah, your parents are at work or whatever. You can't afford a babysitter. You stay at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
So when I was there, appreciate it, brother. When I was there, I remember I had temporary tattoos my mom had stolen from her job. Yeah, my mom prints out like all the garbage mail that you get, you know.
Oh yeah, my grandpa did that.
Yeah. So she prints out all the coupons, all the shit that you throw away as soon as you get your mail. That's my mom's work right there. And she got hired to print out temporary water tattoos, like the ones you get at the vending machine at the laundromat. And I remember she came home with a stack like this fat of temporary tattoos, and they were all butterfly pattern. So I put them everywhere, you know. And then at school, I remember that I had painted my nails black because I had a cousin who kind of had like discovered rock music and kind of turned emo. But I always looked up to him because he was like a gangbanger before. So I was like, I want to be like him. So he started like changing into like this emo kid. I kind of was following his trend a little bit, but not really.
Were you at Fool? You like My Chemical Romance?
Yeah.
I'm in my feelings.
But so I painted my nails and I went to school, and my friends at the Boys and Girls were like, boy, your ass is gay. I was like, I'm not gay, you know, I'm not gay. And then like in the middle of arguing, like I think I moved my hand and my shirt lifted up, and they just saw the butterfly tattoos. No. And they're like, oh, you're definitely gay. So I could not beat the gay allegations for like a month, bro. I had butterfly tattoos and my nails painted. But all that is like in my core memory that of something that really happened, and that interaction with the crowd member triggered that memory. And now I was able to, this is just the overview of the joke. That joke is way longer now, got stories and all kinds of shit in between. So that's my writing process right now. I try to do these pop-up shows with nothing and try to leave with something.
Mm-hmm. So that's not really very bold.
It's more writing on stage is what it's called. Yeah.
I love that, dude.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That's cool because sometimes I don't know what to talk about. You start talking, go, damn, that was fucking funny.
Yeah. And sometimes you go up there with nothing and you don't leave with nothing. It's kind of embarrassing, but
that's what I'm saying. You got to be bold and confident to go, if I leave and 90 people think that fool sucks, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm very like, I'm one of those guys that's like, I think that's why I'm a comedian, where I'm always looking for like instant gratification is what they call it. Mm-hmm. So if I do a show of 300 people and I feel like one person didn't like it, I'll be in my head about that shit all night, bro.
I think most people are though. Like the comments, like, wow, 10,000 nice comments. One person like, I hate you and your mom. Like, bro, that's the only one I see.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Did there come a point where you felt like less out of your head and just more into your confidence, like permanently after you gained so much experience? Because you're still pretty new. Like,
yeah, it comes and goes, bro. So I was just telling Yola right before we started recording that this past weekend I probably had one of my biggest weekends, not only like as far as ticket sales, but also money wise. I did 4 sold out shows in Ontario at the Ontario Improv. It was like $350 a pop. Damn. Then I did the Irvine Improv, it was 500 tickets, sold that out. Then I did Bakersfield, smaller show, about 200 people, but that was sold out as well. But these crowds in Southern California, and you know, they're very Latino crowds. You know, it's my crowds, and I get kind of in the rhythm of like doing like the Spanglish shit, the Cholo shit, I get in a groove, you know. But I'm on fire, so if you put me up anywhere in SoCal, like I'll be ready. But the thing is, sometimes we get those transitions where like, all right, you just did 5, 6 Spanglish shows. Now I got to go to St. Charles, Missouri, which is a suburb outside of St. Louis, Missouri, and it's basically just all like 50, 60-year-old white people. And I'm not saying that they're not ready to laugh or anything like that, but obviously if I go up there and say like chingada madre or some shit like that, they don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
What is he ordering?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when I do build up that confidence, it gets snatched right away because then I got to readapt. Yeah. But again, by my 4th show in St. Charles, Missouri, I was already grooving. I already kind of had figured the crowd out. Mm-hmm. But now I got to redo it because now I'm going to go to I'm going to San Jose, California, which is gonna be all Latinos, you know. So you kind of, I got the confidence. Like I don't get as nervous now going on stage, but you still got to figure it out. Like that's one of those jobs that you don't know until you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I could imagine, like you said, the first time I went up there, I'm like, oh, what was it? You're in my world now, Grandma. Like in Happy Gilmore. That's how I feel. Like, wow, this is so cool. And when I met with Ken like a month ago. You went and did the Ha Ha Club.
Yeah.
And then like 2 minutes later, I'm like, all right, later I'm going to do the comedy or the improv. That's your night, but y'all, I can talk. That's just I can talk to these people. I got to do a real set at the improv. That's just I'm like, yeah, I can talk shit here, man. It's fun. It's like I have to like be seasoned over there. I'm like, what a night. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like these fools are wild out here. I can do more crowd work right now today.
Yeah,
and work on my set.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You do definitely gotta adapt. Luckily, sometimes when I do those like 3 different type of shows a night, like I'm already drunk enough where I don't give a. So like I remember just last week. 2 weeks ago, right before I had to go to Chicago to do some pop-up shows, so I'm building material. And right before I left, the night before I left, I did it's called the Hollywood hat trick, where you basically do all 3 clubs in Hollywood at the same night. So I did the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store, and the Hollywood Improv. By the end of the night, I'm faded, bro, like faded. But yeah, you have to readapt, recreate your set because you're not gonna do the same set every place. I remember just being drunk as when I got home, but I was so happy, and I had a flight at 6 a.m. So I had to be at LAX. I had to be at LAX at 4. I got home like at 2. So I'm sitting at the air, and I remember it was actually 9/11. I was flying on 9/11, so I'm like I'm at the airport, drunk as. Sweating Crown Royal, like sweating.
Oh,
I smell like ass. And my girl's like, you stink, bro. You smell like ass and Crown. And on top of that is 9/11, so they got like extra security at the air. I'm like, bro, it already happened, brother. You should have done this shit in 01. You feel me? Like, you got all these dogs in here for. They want to sleep in. But then they got like, they're doing moment of silences at the airport and.
Who's just gonna stop?
Bro, I'm
stop walking?
Bro, so I'm at TSA and I'm flying. I got like some on me and shit. And because I'm like trying to wake up. So I'm taking this shit with me to Chicago just because I know my shit is safe here. And I'm flying. So now they got the fucking TSA line held up. So in my head, I'm already sweating. I'm nervous. Now I'm sweating even more because I'm like, oh my God, they found something. Nobody's talking. Nobody's making no noise. They're going through my shit. The dogs found my 8-ball. And then
you brought an 8-ball. Well, continue. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
No, then they're like, all right, thank you for your moment of silence for the lost soldiers, you know, or for the lost people. I was like, oh, thank God. Like I was the one time where I was happy,
sweating.
I was I'm getting locked up, bitch. That was the one time I was happy about 9/11. I was like, thank God it was just that.
Oh shit! The second time is I got to miss that day when 9/11 happened. I faked being sick.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I remember it all. Yo. The moment of silence, like I'm going to jail.
Oh yeah, I thought I was getting locked up. I was like, they not even talking. They think I'm so dumb.
I was in the airport, like think New York. I looked down. There's a little sack. Someone dropped like a little dove, little rocks in a bag. Like, oh, someone's pissed or just happy as hell that it's not in their pocket anymore. It was right before the TSA line.
There's got to be so much drugs in the garbage cans.
They don't give a fuck.
No, I talked to TSA. They don't give a shit. Oh, in the garbage cans? Yeah. I've thrown away in the garbage can in Mexico. I'm not coming back with that.
Yeah.
No, TSA. They only look for bombs, bro. That's all they care about. Bombs and weapons. They're like, yo, we got. It's like it's okay. Give me some.
Yeah. They don't give a fuck.
Fools at TSA get there just for the benefits, bro. Like, I'm gonna steal a purse, I'm gonna take a phone, and this coke. Yeah,
they can't even say nothing.
Yeah, exactly. My wife used to work at a postal shipping spot with my homie Jeebs. You know how many people would send bricks through the mail?
Damn. Oh yeah, that's true.
Like
you're willing to take a loss on that like that?
Not even that. Just in a box. Not wrapped. Just in a box
just by itself.
They let one go through because like someone's gonna come kill us for this. We're just letting it go. Isn't that crazy? Pools will send like brick little chunks, quarter keys. Like what?
Yeah, I think you try. I think like I remember back in the day, like when weed was still illegal, like in Chicago, and it was starting to become legal here in California. Like people would send seeds in like CD boxes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like CD boxes.
That's smart.
And shit, so they put them in there. But yeah, I think once you do that, you're kind of like you kind of get this feeling of I can get away with anything. And that's when you get caught, when you get comfortable.
The only thing I almost shipped to somebody once and the fool flaked on me last minute. I went through all of it. I was like, how am I gonna do this? I went to Costco and got the peanut butter, the big peanut butter, and I hollowed the middle out and put like a little tube in it. Oh, shit. And I stuffed the weed in it, and I put peanut butter back on top, and I glued the seal back on. And the fool's like, oh, never mind. I went, you bastard! Now I gotta dig back through this shit. Oh, dude, I see it. I'm looking at it like,
perfect.
nice.
You got to put it in the Amazon box. That's the move.
Well, now it's different. Back then, I'm like, how do I send it back in the mail to a guy?
Yeah.
I don't know that well.
Oh yeah.
Nah, no thanks. Got a fan question for you, and I think it's incredible.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you could live in any cartoon or video game, where would you live?
Cartoon or video game, where would I live?
Yeah.
Cartoon, I'd probably say, man, I'd probably say like, it's a little childish, but I'd probably say like Phineas and Ferb.
I've never watched that.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb was like, it kind of came out when I was like starting to like outgrow like Disney Channel cartoons and shit like that. But when you're still like in the age of like 13, 14, you're still kind of going back, and sometimes you watch, like watching something, you're like, all right, I'll watch this one too. Like Phineas and Ferb is just two kids, and they basically just like every episode they built some crazy shit like a roller coaster, time machine, and like the sister was always trying to snitch on them, like, Mom.
Sounds like Dexter's Lab mixed with
it's kind of like
Rugrats.
it's kind of like it's like a Dexter's Lab, just a newer
Two
version.
geniuses.
Yeah, Dexter Lab was cool. I just felt like Cartoon Network was always creepy to me though. Like
Cartoon Network was not superior.
Yeah, no, it was creepy. Like I remember, like
Angry Beavers are creepy.
Yeah. That I was trying to watch. I mean, Courage the Cowardly Dog was scary as fuck.
I don't like the grandma.
Yeah, that bitch is crazy. That bitch is scary.
I don't like the grandma.
Yeah, but I'd probably say Phineas and Ferb, something friendly. Like I don't like scary shit, bro.
Me
like,
neither.
I can't. My girl, she's one of those girls. She like
murder mystery.
Last night we were trying to watch a movie, and she's trying to watch like some scary. I'm like, hell no. Like I don't even like watching scary movie. The funny ones. Like I feel like they be too scary.
Scary movie. Those are great.
And I've been having like hella bad. Like I think it's because like my drinking probably, or just sometimes when you smoke a lot and then you stop smoking, you have real intense dreams.
Yeah.
And I've been having like I think probably like the past 3 weeks, some intense ass dreams where like. In English, in Spanish, they call it "se te subió el muerto," which is basically sleep paralysis.
Oh, where you wake up, you can't move?
You can't move, yeah.
You're waking up like that?
Bro, I was at a Holiday Inn in Aurora, Illinois. I was visiting family not too long ago. And Holiday Inns have these blinds that they black out the room. You know, and this is a new Holiday Inn, so it's not like a ghetto one. So I like staying there. It's affordable, right in the middle of the town, whatever. So I remember like they only had one room left, and there was 2 queen beds. So my girl had a bed and I had my bed. You know, I was like, whatever, So that's fine with me. So I was sleeping. I remember like I was just in the dark. It was already morning, so the sunlight was like beaming through the sides, but it was still super dark. And I was sleeping right under the smoke detector, and it was blinking red. I don't know what the kind of dream I was having, but out of nowhere I just became very paranoid, and it looked like a camera, and I was like, somebody's watching us, and then when I look down the room, it's like a hallway to the door, and it's real dark, and there's a mirror, and in front of the mirror there's like a microwave table thing, so he looks like a person in the dark, and we having a bad dream. It just looks fucking like, what the fuck? So I remember trying to like yell out for my girl. She's right next to me in the other bed, but I couldn't. She couldn't hear me, and I only have my sheets up to like probably waist level. So like I'm from the top, I'm feeling good. Finally, when I'm able to wake up, it's crazy because I wake up and I'm still in the same place. I just realized that it's a smoke detector, not a camera. And then I go to move my my bed sheets or whatever, and my legs were like soaked, bro. Like you see those memes where they leave like the wet prints.
Yeah.
It was like that, bro. It was intense, and it was just because. Me and her had been watching fucking scary movies for like the past week and
so
shit.
So basically, I don't like scary movies.
Nah, fuck that. And then it happened to her too. And she we watched that movie, The Deliverance, on Netflix. It was basically like an Exorcist, but
wait, The Deliverance? That's that's the scary hick movie.
Well, this is like a black people movie. It's funny because it's like one of the first scary movies I've seen that's like hip to culture. So like the girl's like in the middle of an exorcist, and like the demon's like, "You got a nappy stanky." Yeah, it's just like it's like that's a real ghost. That's saying some real shit.
That's a real ghost.
Because you actually have a bit that I've been trying to make work for a long time, bro.
What?
You have a bit where you talk about having like a new ghost.
Oh, the one I made that shit up one day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like new ghosts are.
Yeah. Well, that I've been trying to make that work. Like I've been trying to think of a joke.
Oh, really?
Of having like a ghetto ghost. I'm like, my house is haunted, but it's not. I only did it on like Halloween time.
It's
like,
haunted, but he keeps turning the stove off instead of the heater. Just turn the stove on instead.
Yeah. Like, I'll be like, yeah, this motherfucker goes. He be doing my coke. He be rolling up backwoods. I'm like, motherfucker, why you just move some plates around this shit? Don't finish my drugs. But it's kind of like a joke like that. But that's what that movie is. It's like a new modern, but it is scary. It's not like a parody or anything. It's scary.
It's scary, and he's saying nappy. Oh my god,
yeah, it's funny. And well, my girl, we saw that movie, and then we have a conversation with my road manager, Chins, and his girl's very religious, so she knows people in like the Christian religion that do these like deliverances and stuff like that. She was telling us a story of like, one that they did or whatever, which kind of was whatever. And then we went to bed. And my girl just wakes me up, scares the shit. I was like, wake up. And I wake up, I'm like, what? She's like, oh my God, I'm so scared. She's like, turn on the light. I turn on the light. I was like, what's wrong? I guess she had a dream where she was like floating in the air, like basically like, I think it was like sleep paralysis. And then she woke up and like fell on the bed is what she felt like happened, But Jesus. I was like, I ain't with that scary shit no more. Watching funny movies or TV shows, stand-up comedy.
Yeah, I want to have a dream where Adam Sandler's like, hey buddy, want to play golf, buddy? Like, bro, yes, I do.
I hate weird ass. I had a dream. This is a true story. I didn't talk to my girl for a whole day because I had a dream that she was cheating on me with Lil Boosie. Yeah. I was like, Lil Boosie of all people?
Yo, one time I woke up and I told Rosie, I'm like, is this a Truman Show? Are you sitting here to f with me? I had a dream that I caught her on a mic. Like, all right, he's in the shower. All right, I'm going to piss him off right now, and then we're going to get in an argument, and then we're going to go to a restaurant, just follow us over. And I heard her on a walkie-talkie. I was, what the f? And I woke up, and I was like, and I shook her. I'm like, what the f? And then I realized, I'm like, oh, I'm awake. But still.
Yeah, but still.
But it was like an hour. I'm looking at her like,
yeah, but that's funny, because that never used to happen to me. Like my girl would have dreams about me like cheating, and every girl has those, and then they get mad at you when they wake up. They're like, f you anyway. But I was like, dude, you're dumb. Like it was a dream. Then it started happening to me. And I wake up and I'm just like,
Lil Boosie,
I'll swing off your list right now. Yeah.
I've heard people describe sleep paralysis as like the most terrifying thing.
I've had it hella times as a kid.
Dude, I remember having it one time as a kid. Oh my God, bro. It's so funny because I was sleeping. I had put my, how people even tell you like, be careful where you put your bed. You don't want to have your bed in the middle of the room.
What?
Yeah, people,
I just don't put a mirror in front of my bed.
Like
the mirrors too.
I don't do the mirror in front of my
mirrors. And then also like because they said the mirrors are like portals through like demons.
I just don't want to wake him and go, is that evil me coming through the mirror?
Yeah, that. But I had like a closet with like bifold doors.
Oh, the worst kind. Yeah, the ones that monsters eat you when you open it.
And I had my bed was halfway in the closet and halfway out.
Why?
Just because I wanted more room in the room. So half of my bed is in the closet. There's no like clothes hanging on or anything.
No,
obviously.
it's just.
But I'm like,
I wanted more room.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'll put my gay ass in the closet. Yeah. And at that time, FYE was real big.
CD.
The CD store,
and
they had posters and shit. I remember my favorite thing is to go to Walmart and look at their posters. Bro.
Of course.
My parents never bought me posters, but when I finally got a job, I bought on Amazon. I'll go crazy on Amazon. I bought a Drake poster, like when Drake was barely coming out, like 2009. And then that's when like Lil Wayne was in his prime. Mm-hmm. There was a poster that they probably sell it still of him. Is a half Lil Wayne body and half like skull.
Yeah.
Death, So I had those in my room, but I never thought like no scary shit of it. I was like, oh, this is just my favorite rapper, And I remember, but my dad was always like, he's got black guys on his wall. Like, he's gay as I was like, I'm not gay, And then
culture, Dad.
Yeah, right. And I remember going to sleep, and I had family. I'll never forget this day. I had family visiting from Houston, and it was like 11 p.m. and they're downstairs. You know how Mexicans Latinos, they like to eat like bread and coffee at midnight for some reason, like caffeinated coffee.
Oh yeah.
But
talking about the sweetbreads.
With the sweet bread, pan dulces, conchas, and shit like that. So they were eating downstairs. I was upstairs in my room, and at that time, you know, I'm like on to music. So I had my headphones on, my lights off. I had just got out the shower, and I'm laying down. And as I'm laying down, I'm like kind of in between sleep. And dude, I just remember like being elevated from the bed, just like I told you about my girl, but like for real. And I told this story, like now that I'm older, I kind of just dismiss it as like sleep paralysis. But when I used to tell that story, like when it had just happened to me, I was telling it like it was real because it felt so real. I remember just being elevated from like the bed and feeling like my own weight, like carrying. Yeah, so I was just like, oh my God, like, and I remember like while floating or thinking I was floating, I was just like, because I don't want people to comment like, he's bullshit. Like, now it's a real story. This is how I felt at the time. Like I was floating and I'm yelling off the top of my lungs, like yelling. Obviously nobody's hearing me. And finally, like when one of my like yells breaks through, I just hear my family rush, like even the family that was visiting, they're all rushing up the stairs because I was upstairs. And right when they go to open the door, I just felt like, I think I actually woke up, but I felt like I was already awake and I just dropped on the bed. So when I felt like I dropped on the bed, I felt everything, you know? And then when I dropped on the bed, they opened the door, they turned the lights on. They were scared because I yelled so loud. And my parents were like, what happened? Like, what the is going on? And I was like, man, like, and I started explaining to them, you know, and at that time I didn't know the saying in Spanish, se le subió el muerto, which basically translates to, you know, the dead, basically.
Lil Wayne's the devil?
No, the dead is on top of him, like he can't move.
Oh yeah, that's just real. Why do Mexicans have
but like in English it's more like sleep paralysis, you know, it's
he's
like
trying to get in you.
Like Mexicans like, oh yeah, you're about to get raped by a ghost.
Yeah, he's about to put it in.
Yeah, and I wake and I'm telling my dad, you know, I'm telling my family, I'm like, yeah, nah, blah. I was pale, bro. But then they're like, you know, they're laughing and shit. And my dad's like, it's because you got those motherfuckers.
Yep.
The posters up there, and at that time, like I was a freshman, I think, in high school. So that time, like, you know, it was real big. Remember when everybody was like obsessed with the Illuminati? Mm-hmm. So we're all watching like those blue screen, white print videos. Like connected Jay-Z, Drake to Illuminati. So I was obsessed with that, and I would tell my parents like, "Look, Illuminati this, Illuminati that," and my dad would be like, "Dude, you're not gonna be able to sleep." You know, and finally it happened. I swear to God, that day I yanked those posters off. I never watched no Illuminati videos after that.
People scared himself straight.
No, for real, bro.
I moved my bed out the closet.
I live in the country. I for sure moved my bed out that motherfucker.
I have different thoughts in the closet.
Yeah. That shit, bro. I could not.
I feel you though. Did you feel like the bed left your back? Like you could feel?
Oh, I felt like I was floating, bro.
That happened to me.
I didn't feel nothing.
I still swear to this day, but I was on mushrooms, hella heavy. I swear to God, I felt someone touch my chest and pick me up, and I felt, because I was so sweaty, I felt cold breeze hit my back, like, and then I felt my legs do this, and I went, and I swear I did this. And I bounced and went.
Yeah.
Was I in the air? Was I tripping? I'm in the pitch black. I don't know.
Yeah.
So for the rest of my life, I'll never not say that I didn't feel it.
No,
I don't know if it happened.
Another thing for me too is like I wasn't doing drugs at the time. I was sober.
Yeah, you were a kid.
So it's not like I was out coming in, because you ever hear those stories that I always find them scary, but this usually happens to people that are doing. Like
when they see the shadows,
when they see the man or whatever in the hat.
My mom saw some shit. That's when she started doing meth when I was a kid.
For real?
Yeah, she said she closed the mirror and then she saw herself and then she started turning into a creature, and then she was like, "Damn, I'm a monster." And then she stopped doing drugs. And she has like 5 stories. She just stopped doing drugs. I cracked my head open once and I was too scared to tell her. And she's like, "I'm a drug addict." No, my mom's a liar. How many times you stopped doing drugs, man? Yeah, dude.
But that's not necessarily a liar. That's how drug addicts are. Like,
I just stopped doing drugs 5 times.
I quit drugs like 5 times.
Okay, so never mind.
Yeah.
This time it was because of your head.
Every time you go back, you just do less and less, and eventually you stop completely.
And my mom's a Bears fan, like from Chicago too. So I remember as a kid, watching football with my grandpa and shit, and going, "Where is my mom? It's not been 4 days. Like, where is she? She's at work, but I didn't know that. I just thought she was on drugs."
I'm a sick one.
Okay, hold on. Video game. Where you gonna live at?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I never my parents really never afforded video games and shit like that. So I didn't grow up on video games. I remember one time though, my dad was one of those dudes. Like, we lived in a basement. In Chicago, so like that's like in Chicago, a lot of those houses are built like East Coast type vibe.
What do
so,
you mean, like a whole
like there's like
family
3
in a
floors.
basement? Oh, got you.
Yeah,
It's separate.
So it's like a basement, then there's a middle floor where usually the landlord lives, and then the 3rd floor. They all have the same exact floor plan because the same building.
Weird.
Yeah,
It's a duplex with a finished basement, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. So
like you have your own door. You have your own door. You
Exactly.
Have your own door.
We got our house was 1925 North Kimball Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. And if you look it up, there's stairs, like concrete stairs that go down to my front door, the basement. And it was popular place because like there'll be a lot of gang activity. So like when gangbangers will run away from cops, they'll toss their pistols in like on the stairs. So like if the cop is running by and they look at the house, they're not gonna see nothing because it's in the stairs down. So not only once, but a couple times, my dad opened the door to go to work 5 in the morning, and there'll be guns on the floor. He left them there, like moved them out of the way so I wouldn't know what. But like they'll be on the bushes to the side, and sometimes we'll come and they wouldn't be there no more. Yeah. I remember the first house I ever lived in. I don't remember my childhood in this house because I was too young, but my dad and my mom grew up, or not grew up, but they lived on Wabansia and Tallman in Humboldt Park, also in Chicago. And my dad the house that he rented, not that he owned, he rented. It was on Gangland a couple times for like a few different gangs. Like
all hyped up.
Yeah. Like that was like my thing to go to school. I was like, my house is on TV, and the teacher be like,
what was it?
What movie? What show? Gangland, bitch.
You know where you work?
Yeah. But so anyway, going back to that, we never really. My dad always wanted to impress other people, so he'll buy shit for the house only when we would have like visit.
One of those Mexicans.
Yeah. So like he'll cash out on a TV if he's gonna have a family over from Texas or whatever, and when they leave, he'll pawn that motherfucker like that. You feel me?
Your dad's Fred Sanford from Sanford and Son.
So when we were moving, we were in Aurora, Illinois. There was an outlet mall, and the outlet mall had a Sony store, and they had a deal on the TV where if you bought the TV for like, I don't know, $1,500, $1,600, when TVs were a shitload of money, you would get a free PS3.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was like the first time I ever had like a game console, like a new game console. And of course we didn't have internet, and it was too cheap to get internet. So I'd have to plug up my neighbor's Wi-Fi. So that's when like around the time Modern Warfare 2 was like huge. So I remember buying the game, and because I was working at Little Caesars at the time, I bought the game, and I would only be able to play like 2-3 times a week whenever the signal was really strong. But most of the time, like 8 out of 10 times, I was gonna lag out. You feel me? Like I was gonna lag out of the like. I remember sometimes like they'll make me the host, and my friends would be pissed. They'll be like, "Bro, log the out! Like you got no internet." So I never was able to even get good at video games because my signal was ass. So I can't even really say about video games because I don't know too much about video games. My favorite game though, I liked growing up. The guys the people that lived upstairs from us that owned the house in Chicago, they actually they were real big Nintendo fans. So when the GameCube was out, I used to go upstairs to play, and there was obviously Super Smash Marios and shit, whatever, but it was a specific game called Super Mario Strikers, where it was the Mario characters, but they're playing soccer.
Sick.
And it was just real cool because like they did like all kinds of crazy tricks and I just love that game. So I'd probably say if I was able to live in the game, it'd be Super Mario Strikers GameCube.
So no matter what, you smoking, we're hanging out. That was a 10-minute explanation. He
brought it back. I noticed that.
He
I'm
still
like,
remembered.
He's a pro. He remembered what
that the question was. One day I'll get to that level. You did this. I know. I'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah, I forgot the question. 30 seconds after
yeah, 30 seconds later, wait.
Nah, but you know what? I've been trying to get better at that.
You're good at it, dude.
I would be like, sometimes I'll ramble, and I'm like, what the fuck were you talking about?
Yeah.
That's why I kind of put the joint down too, because I didn't want to.
Good though. That's
forget,
good. We have a segment when I say, what the fuck are we talking about? I take a fan question.
Yeah.
Because we used to say it so much, like, what are we saying? Why are we talking about Bill Cosby again? How did we get here? And if you could track how you got to a place, it's like watching an insane person speak.
Yeah, no, it's like a lightning bolt that just kind of like fractals out. Yeah.
All right, cool. So you're gonna hang out with a bunch of Italians playing soccer. All right, cool. That was a good question, man. I like that. Hey, what's up, guys? Taking a moment for this long episode to talk about one of our sponsors, and this is MyBookie. Right now, if you're going to bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, make sure it's with MyBookie. Remember, the link in the description can take you right to our website, our sponsors page. You can click all information about MyBookie, our code, our discount code, everything. So tomorrow, Niners and Seahawks, big rivalry going down. Who do you got? Go ahead and bet on it at MyBookie. So remember, check out our Instagram, Dope As Usual Podcast, to see our picks. I'm 100% going Niners, and I'm pretty positive they're going to smash. Who do you got? Bet on the game if you're going to bet, and make sure it's MyBookie. If you did not bet, you missed out. Alex Pereira fight, UFC 307. For everyone out there, remember, it is not just sports. It's not just the outcome of the game. You can bet on rounds. You can bet on rebounds, assists, dunks. There's much more than just betting on the outcome. Also, MyBookie has the live casino. You can be in Kentucky, you can be in Florida, you can be anywhere, and you can be in Vegas from the comfort of your own home. All right, bet on all the casino games just like a casino. Once again, thank you to MyBookie for supporting the Dope As Usual podcast, and if you're gonna bet anywhere, make sure it's with MyBookie. Hey, what's up, guys? Taking a moment from this episode to talk about one of our sponsors, and this is Raw Papers. First off, go check out Raw Papers on Instagram, RawLife247. Thank you so much for supporting the show, the official rolling paper of the Dope As Usual podcast. Today, I'm going to show you a few things really quick. This right here I have, but this is the brand new edition. This is the Dark Side Ashtray. First off, what a cool box. Satin padding inside. It looks like it's crystal. I'm not sure what it's made out of. It's pretty damn nice, but here's our new ashtray. This, I don't know. It like speaks. It's a joint. It's a toy. I have no idea. It's for your desk. He's in a pot, which I really appreciate. And yes, it will speak back to you in your own voice like it's possessed. Another thing, I was at PuffCon. I was smoking a joint. I'm like, ooh, it's windy right here. I wish somebody invented something to where it wouldn't happen and I can smoke. And then we opened our box today. You put your joint in here so you can smoke it in the wind. Shout out to everybody following our Instagram. We just did a Goblin Raw package, signed package giveaway. Thank you so much. We appreciate everyone that's entering. Once again, guys, it's not just papers. As you can see, there's a lot of fun stuff out there. So thank you to Raw Life 247. Thank you to Raw Papers, the official rolling paper of the Dope As Usual podcast. Have a dope ass day.
When you came in here, you were talking about like how much healthier you are now than last time you were here. What's some things that you implemented to make that happen? I was wondering.
I don't lie, bro. People be like thinking that I'm on Ozempic. I'm not, but I'll tell you, but I'm not also living a healthy lifestyle either. It actually all happened by, I think, my own body, something else up in my body so I could recover from the heart failure. So this is what happened, bro. I was, around the time that I came and recorded that podcast, there was a bunch of fluid in my lungs. Hence, I was heavy breathing. And hence, my face looked so fat. Trust me, I know I'm still a fat motherfucker, but my face just looked like swollen. And that's exactly what it was, because my body was holding in liquids so that my face gets so big. It's not even fat, it's just liquids, bro. My stomach was like, I mean, like this, bro. Like, and it's like carrying around, you know, those big water jugs? Yeah. It's like you're carrying around your own water weight, which is extremely heavy. So by default, you're out of breath, and then there's water in your lungs. So now you can't even breathe, because even when you try to take a deep breath, your own body stops you. You know, you go, excuse me, and that's it. So I couldn't get healthy if I wanted to at that time. So I went to the hospital. I went to the hospital and I took, I got the medicine that I needed. Basically, which it's Lasix that makes you pee when there's like, a lot of people drink it when there's like kidney failure, or when you drink a lot of alcohol and your body's not processing it no more. You're not being able to pee no more. So it makes me piss, So I took my medicine like every day. I lost all the water weight, that kind of came out. So I became a little bit healthier. And as I'm becoming a little bit healthier, I'm starting to tour a lot more. I went touring a lot more. And while I'm touring, obviously I kind of stopped taking my medicine while I was on, because when you start to feel good, you forget about how you felt when you were. So then it started becoming easier for me to leave my medicine at home, to just forget to take it, drink a lot more, because now I'm having fun with it. I kind of fell in love back with the partying again, because I was feeling good. Compared to when I was sick, my body was just like, oh, I don't want to do that no more. I want to stay in, because I was so. Well, anyway, while my legs were really swollen when I was, with the heart failure, I would like poke at them because I'd have so much anxiety, and I'd be like, how is this like how? And every time I would press down on my legs, like they would change colors. Like you could see that there's movement, especially when I found out there was liquid in my body, like in my legs and shit. I'm talking about like my leg would be like this, and if I had to pick my foot up to shower and get in the tub, go like this, I couldn't. I had to extend my leg out like this.
Oh, because it won't bend?
It won't bend because it's so fat. That's how unhealthy I was. So while my legs were that fat, there'll be some times where I'll be like just like poking at my legs, scratching them because they itch a lot because it's just like it's not normal.
Your skin stretching.
Your skin stretching, so I'm like scratching the shit out of my skin, eventually creating scabs.
Anxiety.
That then those scabs, they were healing as I was becoming healthier, but I just kind of kept picking at my scab, as like a few specific scabs on my legs, and I ended up getting skin bacteria disease. It's called what is it? Cellulitis. Not cellulitis like the one that your grandma has on her ass cheeks and shit like that, but like it's a skin disease where basically if there's a wound in your body and you get bacteria in it, it basically your whole like it just becomes inflamed. So I remember being in New Mexico and I had like my inner calf was like kind of hard, like a bump, like a small bump like this. I was like, man, that shit kind of hurt, you know? But I was like, whatever. And I remember my girl, I had a weekend in Seattle of shows in Washington, and my girl went to Austin to visit her family. So I'm sitting at home and I'm just kind of drinking, smoking, and I'm kind of, again, not taking my medicine so much. So when your body starts to get fluid in the lungs again, the way your body fights it is through a fever. It's like it's reaction. Like you get a fever to try to fight back whatever the pneumonia is what it's called, right? So anyway, when I had a fever, I just got real sick. Like I was like shitting myself because like my medicine's me up. So I'm just on the couch like rotting, you know?
Rotting is a great way to put it.
Like literally rotting.
It's a great way to put it.
Literally rotting. And I went to sleep, and as I wake up, my leg is like not only now fat, but it's red, and it's irritating the out of me. And I try to stand, and as I'm trying to stand, it just feels like somebody's ripping my leg apart like this, bro. A pain I had never felt before, you know. And I thought it was a blood clot because I was like, I think I got a blood. Like,
you told me about that.
Yeah,
too,
I was like, I have to go to the hospital because I could die. So I ended up like I was just like fighting it. I was like, no, I'll take a nap. I'll wake up. It'll be better. And it was just too late for me. You know, I was like, nah, I got to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. When I went to the hospital, I checked myself in. I brought everything I needed to my phone chargers, my edibles, because I knew that I was not going to leave. And when I went to the hospital, you know, I'm explaining to them, and it was the same doctor. I told the story about how the doctor had told me like there's in your nose right now. That's a true story. I went to the same hospital because it's right by my house, and the same doctor, as soon as they saw me, they were like, you just don't listen. They're like, one of these days you're gonna come back and you're not gonna leave. They're like, you're gonna die here. They're like, because you don't listen. And when like it was just embarrassing because it was like, damn, bitch, not even high. Like what the
that's
like,
the first thing he said.
That's the first thing they said to me, bro. Like he didn't want to hear nothing. So I was just like, and I remember just laying in the hospital bed like, dude, I need to get my shit together. Like my life is going really good right now to let this shit stop me from doing, you know, what I need to do. So I ended up getting transferred into like a room, whatever. And then they ended up doing x-rays, all kinds of shit. And then they finally realized ultrasounds, because that's how they looked. They're like, it's not a blood clot. It's a, then they told me it was an infection. So all they could do, the only thing I could do was take antibiotics, my Lasix medicine, blood thinners, and then my actual, the painkillers, like Norcos. So they gave me Norcos, and I had never done painkillers. And like I said before in the last episode, I got a very addicting personality. So I was scared to take them because I was like, I know me and I know I like them bitches. Man. So, but I mean, at that point, I'm in so much pain, I don't give a fuck. So they gave me Norco, they gave me all my medicine, and I'm just kind of chilling, but my leg is just like red, bro, like pitch, like red, like this motherfucker right here. And finally, like around the fourth day I was in the hospital, you know, my girl flew back from Texas, and the doctor was like, we have to let you go. You have to go home. Like, there's nothing we can do anymore. Your insurance rejected our treatment because it's not an emergency. It's like it's a infection, and we already gave you the antibiotics.
Oh, so there's nothing more they can actually
do.
Then
nothing more they can do, so they got to send me home. Basically, kick my ass out. But I can't walk. Like I try to take a shit because you know my bathroom, my hotel, my fucking hospital room had a bathroom, and even to get up to use the restroom, bro, I had to wobble in one leg and use a walker to walk 4 feet because I could not put any weight on my leg. Oh, so I'm telling the nurse, I was like, I can't walk. How are you gonna kick me out if I can't fucking walk? They're like, nobody had an explanation. They're like, all right, well, just let us know when you're ready so we can help you up. So then I was like, well, can you at least wrap my leg and like something, so I have some support on my ankle at least. So she was like, yeah, it's some foreign lady. So she starts wrapping my leg, right? And I'm trying to figure, how am I gonna get home? Like, am I gonna Uber? I need a wheelchair because I live on the 3rd floor of my complex. Like,
my God.
I got an elevator, but still, like, even walking down the hallway, like with that leg, I would have to drag myself. So I end up calling my guy. Shout out Raul. My guy's basically like a handler for me out here. He's a comedian also, but he takes care of everything when I need him. And I'm like, bro, I need you to set up some type of 3rd-party service that can pick me up, a wheelchair service at the hospital, because they're gonna let me borrow the wheelchair until I get to the door.
That's it.
And that's it. I was trying to buy it off the. I was like, I'm not rich, but I got the money. Like, I'll pay for the fucking wheelchair if you let me take it home. I'll get ride my shit all the way back home.
Oh my God.
She was like, no.
Imagine see this fool of Santa Monica or
Yeah.
something.
So my guy's at the Ha Comedy Club drinking, right? And he's like, damn, bro, I'm busy right now. He didn't have his car, right? It's not on him. He didn't have his car. He carpooled with somebody. He's drinking, right? It's not his fault. I'm not gonna be mad at him. But he's like, but you know what? I'm gonna hire this company. I Googled a few different companies that do this wheelchair transportation shit. I got you. I'm gonna hire this guy. He's like, he's cheap. He's charging $100 to go get you. And the hospital is a mile from my house, so I understand, it didn't seem ridiculous. So I'm like, all right, cool, bro. So then they put my ass in the wheelchair. They gave me like one last Norco, but they didn't give me any prescription, only Tylenol, which I was happy with because I did not want to have Norcos at home. So me and my girl, we get all the way downstairs to the lobby of the hospital. We're waiting for this ambulance I thought was going to pull up. Nope. It's like a 2002 Dodge Caravan minivan. We got like 4 spare tires on that hoe.
On top of it?
No, like spare tires.
Oh, the car itself.
Like the car's running on 4 donuts. Yeah. And I'm looking, and it don't even got no signs. It got like a sticker, this motherfucker printed at home on the side of the door. And I'm looking like, and then he gets out the car, and I'm sitting in the wheelchair, right? The wheelchair has leg support, obviously. The paddles you put your legs on when you're in the wheelchair. And he's looking at me, he's like, damn. That's the first thing he says when he sees me. He's like, damn. And then I was like, what? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I didn't think you were really going to be in the wheelchair. I was like, what the fuck?
What?
I was like, why the fuck would I call a wheelchair service if you didn't think I was going to be in a wheelchair? What the fuck? So then he's like, all right, well, let me see what I can do. So he opens up this trunk. He's like, it's because I was out right now, so I don't got all my gear on me. I was like, why would you come then? You remember, like, what do you got? So then he's got like obviously like a wheelchair ramp in the back of this van, right? And he pulls out a fucking wheelchair. This wheelchair was like, I mean, literally, you could like this look like he glued this bitch together, bro. Pulls out this wheelchair. He's like, man, I just wish I would have known that you needed the foot support too. I'm like, bitch, I'm in a wheelchair.
Should drag your feet,
bro. So this bro, this is not. Watch, bro. Listen to this. Listen to this shit, bro. So I'm like, all right, bro. Like, whatever. I'll lift my legs up, right? So he gets me on this wheelchair ramp. I swap. Obviously, you can tell the difference from a hospital wheelchair to this fucking Dollar Tree wheelchair he puts me in. I sit down. The wheelchair, the way you fold the wheelchair, it folds in like this.
Yeah.
Accordion.
So as soon as I sit down, this tried to fold itself like it was like, hell no. but obviously my fat, like, it wasn't gonna close on me. Right?
Obviously my fat.
Yeah, like it's not gonna close on me. So then this motherfucker like puts the chair in front of the ramp, runs back like he fucking trying to build momentum. Asks me to pick up my legs, runs towards the wheelchair, grabs that motherfucker, pushes me all the way, barely gets me on the van. Barely gets me on the van. We're on the van. He buckles like the wheels up, whatever, closes it. It's hot as shit, but whatever. That's the least of my worries. But that little ride, I start sweating, right? I'm like, fuck. Then we get to my apartment complex. My apartment complex is on Coldwater Canyon, and there's a whole bunch of trees along the sidewalk. Well, these trees are fucking massive. So the roots come out all over the fucking sidewalk. So my whole front sidewalk, like, it's a nice building, but the sidewalk is just like, God, you can't walk through that motherfucker because the roots of the trees are just up everything. So I look at him and I'm like, bro, like, you're gonna have to drag me through that shit, and I'm not even gonna be able to help because my legs are in pain. So then he pulls me out of the fucking, and my girl's with me at the time too. Like, I mean, that's
seeing this happen.
Yeah, my girl lives with me. Like, she's seen the worst of me, you know. But I mean, she was there with me when I was the sickest. But it's still as a man, it's still embarrassing getting pushed in the a wheelchair and your
Pick
legs
me
are,
up.
Yeah, exactly. So then he's like, this guy's mad at me. Like I should be mad at you, motherfucker. So then we get on the sidewalk, right? He turns me around and he starts dragging me back, right? Which at this time I'm lifting my legs up like this. Yeah. So like I'm like, this is extremely hard for me because they're super swollen. One of them is literally like feels like I'm getting eaten alive. So he's dragging me. Finally, and I have Crocs on because I was in the hospital. So my Crocs are like, I'm trying my best to keep them on. Well, not even keep them on, but I had the straps on, the sports mode.
Oh, your sport mode on.
Yeah, so I'm keeping my legs up, but like it's just so heavy. Eventually, it just drops. So now they're just working like brakes. You feel the rubber, yeah, the rubber's just like on top of my weight. He
hates you, dude.
Bro, he's so mad. We make it onto the lobby. The lobby's hardwood floor, so that's smooth. We get in the elevator. It takes me upstairs. My apartment's like right in the middle of the floor plan. So he's got to come out the elevator and basically do an L. Bro, I swear to God, bro. By the time it's only hardwood outside the elevator because then it becomes carpet again. So the carpet and the Croc, bro, he wasn't going nowhere.
He didn't lift him up again.
Right. So now I'm just like, what are we gonna do? So he's drenched in sweat. I'm drenched in sweat. My girl's got all my shit in her hands from the hospital. Probably smells like ass too. So then when this is the most ghetto shit ever. So I had an iPhone charger. It's one of those long ones that's like 10 feet. She folds it up and puts it under my leg and picks up my legs, bro. So she's picking up my legs. This other guy's dragging my ass with the wheelchair. About to fucking barely make it to the door. As we make it to the door, bro, I swear to God, this wheelchair, it fell apart. It just like it just went into pieces.
Did you hit the ground?
I didn't hit the ground because it was just in like it was like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the wheelchair was doing like the stanky leg, bro. And
you folded his chair,
bro. I got to my couch. I just laid on the couch. I was so relieved, so tired. It was so painful too, and the guys looking at me like in my head, like because we're at completely different places of where this pricing is gonna be. Because in my head, I'm like, bro, you didn't even come ready. Like I should get a discount. But in his head, it's like you broke my fucking wheelchair, fat ass. Like you owe me a wheelchair. So he looks at me, he's like, all right, man. Well, I told your guy it was gonna be 100, but I mean, given that I have to buy a new wheelchair, I was like, bro, you wouldn't have had to buy a new wheelchair
if it was a good one.
If you had the fucking footrest, you know. Like I was like, what are we gonna do here? He's like, man, you think you could do 150, bro? And like you could tell he needed the 150 because not for a wheelchair, he's gonna go it up on some. I was like, all right, bro, just because I'm up here, whatever. I paid him the 150. I told my guys like, never call these people again. I'd rather fucking die than to deal with this. It's so embarrassing, bro. But yeah, bro, and even that. So then I get out of the hospital on the 4th of July. I was able to make it out with enough time to watch the fireworks from my couch because I could not walk or get up. I'm talking about I had to pee. My girl had a cup where I was peeing in.
Oh, because you couldn't
I could not walk to the bathroom, bro. Like I don't live in a fucking mansion. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. It's a short walk. But if I put I didn't even have to put weight on my foot. If I sat up with my legs like this down regular, I couldn't even do that because it's just the blood flow coming down my leg would rip my shit apart.
My God.
So fast forward to why I got so healthy. In that week, I couldn't leave. I didn't drink for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, I could not walk. For 3 weeks, I could not, my girl was making homemade meals every day. And it's not like my girl doesn't do that anyway. It's just that I'm one of those guys that's always on the go. So I'm like, let's just pick something up and let's go to the show or let's go to the airport, whatever, you know? So it's just by default, we just don't got time to be at home cooking. So since luckily I had these 3 weeks off after I canceled my Seattle show, so I missed out on good bread for that, racked up some money for the hospital. And then just being there, like while doing my antibiotics, doing my painkillers, at this point I'm chewing like 6 Tylenols at a time, like every 4 hours, bro. And that's just horrible for your kidneys and your liver. Like it basically destroys it, you know? But it was so much pain, like I couldn't do anything else. I'm smoking and I'm just doing painkillers and smoking and that's it.
And you can't move.
I can't move. Eating once a day, bro. And like I dropped maybe 80 pounds.
Damn, off of that?
Off of that, bro. Just being at home, not eating out, not drinking. The alcohol is real bad because it makes you like swell up.
Yeah.
So all that shit, bro. I got extreme. I gained probably gained like 30 pounds back already. So I'm kind of getting. I'm like right in the middle right now, but I got skinny. Like I'm talking about, I was skinny. Like I'm trying new sex positions and shit at the crib. Like I was on one, bro. But while my leg was healing, so I had the band that the lady put on me. It was on my leg for like 2-3 days. On the third day, it was itching so much I was like, I gotta take this shit off. When I took the fucking bandage off, bro, it like had hugged on my leg so much that my leg, my ankle, like my bottom of my calf, my ankle looked like a cartoon. Like somebody had squeezed my foot like this. My foot was so skinny, bro, but it just got so fat at the top. And as it started to like unswell and the bacteria and the antibiotics working, there was only bumps left, real painful bumps. On the side of my leg, where the original pain was from, there was a bump maybe, I'd probably say about this big, bro. Like about this big, like this is outside of my leg. So like it would just be like pus on the side of my leg, and then pus on the front of my leg.
This fool's keep saying puss.
So like puss.
I got some puss on
Pus,
me.
whatever the fuck.
It just sounded so funny.
But in Spanish it's pus, so whatever. But so my leg had got better, but I still got these bumps, right? So then eventually when I was able to walk again, I had a weekend at Oxnard Comedy Club, 4 shows, all sold out. I was gonna make like 50 grand, bro. So I was like, bro, I'm not gonna not go. I was like, so I called my manager. I was like, yo, find me a wheelchair. I was like, I don't give a fuck if I gotta do these shows sitting down. They're gonna get done. Cause I knew even if I had to take more time off, that will hold me over for some time, you know. Luckily, I was able to do the shows. And I think now that you know what it feels like to get on stage, just the adrenaline alone helped me finish those shows.
You were standing?
Standing the whole time. And I told them though, cause there would be at times where like, sometimes I'll be like wobbly a little bit just cause I put too much weight on my foot. Eventually, bro, these bumps popped. I remember I was smoking a blunt with this group. They're actually pretty famous, called Los Nuevos Originales. They're from San Antonio, and I was a big fan of them. We ended up linking up, and they invited me on their Sprinter to smoke with them. So as I'm sitting with them on the Sprinter, I'm fanning out. I just feel something running down my legs, you know, like real cold. But I didn't want to say nothing to them because they'd be like disgusted. I already knew my leg looked nasty. So then, whatever, we did smoking, we did the whatever. And I got out the car. As I'm walking back up to the apartment, it doesn't hurt, but I do feel like cold. I lift up my pant leg, bro, and it was just a crater in my leg. And it was just like yellow shit coming out. Smelled disgusting, looked disgusting. But it had to happen, or else I would never gonna.
Just not on the Sprinter.
Yeah. It all went. Luckily I was wearing like socks, and so it all kind of went. like it was going to my, because I could have been wearing Crocs. It would have been over with for that.
Just through the holes of your Crocs.
No, it was just going into my sock and into my. I had a pair of Jordan 3s on. My Jordans were just catching all of it, bro. And I mean it didn't end that night, like, because it's not gonna leak all. It's not gonna drain in one day. So for the next like week, it was just draining, bro. Like I would like clean it out, put bandages, and then it would drain again. Clean it. It was disgusting, bro. There'll be times where I'll be sitting, I'm like, it smells like blue cheese in this motherfucker. It'll be my fucking leg just rotting. So luckily, I was able to get the right medication.
You're nasty ass fool.
It was nasty.
Blue cheese is here,
bro. It was nasty, bro. Like it'd be nasty because like sometimes like I'll be sleeping with my girl in a hotel and we'll wake up and like it'll be just a puddle of like yellow on the bed. So, wait, you piss yourself? Like nah, it's just like my leg is leaking and shit.
Yo, for real. Every time you go to a hotel, always remember people be and they be pussing.
Yeah. Like at that, like whoever got the hotel room after that, I know they probably wish it was not puss. Puss is even nastier because
it's so much worse.
Fucking fluids of like who knows what. Dude, I remember when I went to fucking university. Don't do that, I'll gag.
Sorry, that's what she said.
I remember I went to when I was really bad too. I went to Disney World in Florida. I didn't go to Disney World. I went to Universal, but I was at the hotel. I was also Holiday Inn, and I remember I was off. I had food poisoning, bro, and I just shit myself like 3 times on the couch. I was like, what the. Like I didn't want to tell my girl. I didn't want to tell like. So
How did she not know?
Because I would just be like a fart, but then I'll feel like, oh, I'm wet.
That's a shark. That's not shitting yourself. That's
shit everywhere.
No, it would be like liquid.
I thought you meant like damn,
just
shit all over
just
the
a
couch.
turd on the couch. Hell, no.
I'm like, bro, what?
No. It was like obviously
I was bare ass.
accidental shits. And, bro, I've thrown away so many drawers at hotels, but I remember like being embarrassed to like leave the hotel room, so I just grabbed the couch and like turned it around, like the cushion, turned it around. But it's a pull-out couch, so it just takes one more person to book that room and try to sleep on the pull-out bed. They're gonna remove the cushion. It's gonna be full of shit.
Yo, you asshole.
Yeah.
Yo, so I just keep imagining you on the bus. Man, I love your music. What is that? What's that smell?
Yeah. If they watch this, they're gonna be like, "What the?"
Is that what that yellow shit on the floor was?
snail trail.
Snail trailed. It's supposed to sticking to the ground. Yo.
But it's all better now. Your leg.
It's healing, bro. But shit, it wasn't though. Like for the longest time, it was just a crater in my leg.
That's scary.
Like a crater. Like you can put your finger like probably halfway in.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that was this past July we're talking about, or was it a year?
No,
ago?
yeah. This July.
Gotcha.
This July. Right now I'm good. I'm better. I'm healthy. Like I'm everything has gotten better for but I just everything in moderation. Like I just.
So like. In front of people, what would you call it? In front of people, trying not to be embarrassed because some shit's going down. Like I've had that happen to me before, but do you have any? Like one time I was hanging out with this girl. I'm like, oh, we're going up to your apartment. Oh, cool. And I was like, I got a call because I'm like, why am I sick? And I just started violently throwing up outside of her door, and then my nose started gushing from pushing so hard. And I walked back. She said, "You okay?" I go, "Yeah." There's blood on your nose. I was like, oh, weird. Yeah. Weird. And then I went upstairs to her room. We were hanging out. And then she's like, I'm gonna go to the kitchen real quick. I went, good, cool. And then right when she left, I went, throw up again. And I walked to the bathroom and started violently puking and nose. And she's like, you're in the bathroom? What? Yeah, because I was pressing so hard the blood. I remember I had that bad nose. I was doing hella coke when I was a kid. And that was it. I had to play it off when I walked in. Hey, what's up? How you doing? She I'm like, no, I was
dude,
taking a call.
I
2 a.m.
Yeah, no, dude. I'm telling you, like when I was on my medications, like when I was like real, like in the prime of me being sick,
in the prime,
in my prime of sickness, I shit myself so many times because you're on blood thinners and you're on all this medicine that your body's not used to. Dude, I remember being in Austin the night I met my girl now, who's my girl now. I shit myself that day. I was talking to her the whole night with no underwear. I'll tell you the story. I was on 6th Street in Austin, which is like their party street, right? Is the party street and is where the comedy mothership, where all the comedy clubs are at. Yeah. So I had done 2 shows at Vulcan Comedy Club, is where they were doing Kill Tony at before they moved to the comedy mothership. Anyway. Real popular comedy club. I was there for 2 shows. I had lost my voice, so I have clips online where they actually went viral, and I don't even have a voice. Like I'm talking to people like, yeah, where'd you guys meet? Bad. And then I remember doing the first show with no voice and still killing. So in my head, I was like, oh, I'm on one. I'm cool. And they had the balcony. The balcony seating was empty for the first show, so there's nobody up there. So it was closed. So the bathrooms are closed. There's no servers. There's nobody but the comedians. So I go back into the green room. I'm still doing at the time, so I'm doing. And then as I go in for a bump, this guy's like, "Hey man, like hit the blunt, man, hit the blunt." I was like, "All right." So I go to rip the fucking blunt, bro. I start choking up, bro. I shit myself so bad, bro. Like it was bad because it was like a fart. So it sounded like a fart, and it was. Like it was the first. I shit myself like a baby. Like when it goes up your back and shit, bro. It was bad. The lucky thing is that I only wear 1 pair of underwear. Like, not that I only got 1 pair of underwear, but I wear 1 style of underwear. And it's the Polo Ralph Lauren boxer briefs. So they're pretty good sealed. You feel me? Like whatever happens in there, stays in there.
Because they're tight at the bottom.
Yeah. You know, there wasn't no shit dripping down my legs. It wasn't up my back.
Hit this blunt. Did you hit yourself?
Bro. So I go to the bathroom upstairs, right? The men's bathroom is locked and the women's bathroom is closed. But I was like, I need to go clean up. So I go into the women's bathroom. Again, it's closed, so nobody's up there. So then I just like get a whole bunch of toilet paper, take off my underwear, clean myself up. I clean myself up completely. And as I'm putting everything in the toilet, I'm trying to flush. Now the toilet's clogged. The toilet's clogged. No, I didn't. I put my underwear in the fucking garbage. But the bathroom was clean, so there's nothing in the trash but my underwear. So then I changed, right? I put my jeans back. Now I'm wearing black Levi's. So I just got like balls to zip. It feels disgusting. And as a big guy who just sweated and shit themselves.
Oh, the worst. I did that as a kid once.
You knew that thing, that whole, like my whole area just
red like stinks. A baby.
Yeah, it's nasty, bro. And I was like, well, get one more show and I'm out of here. So then I go back down.
One more what?
Show. I had another show after that.
Wait,
2 shows the same night.
Hitting a blunt.
Yeah,
I'm with the homies. I didn't realize you had a show.
No, I just got them performing with no voice, so I was celebrating because it went well.
So you hit the
So I hit the blunt, shit myself. Then had to go change and go do another show. The second show was sold out, so the balcony was full. The bathroom was open for the second show. So some bitch went in there at one point and was like, "What the fuck is this?"
That shit,
bro. Yeah, somebody had to get that. You know, and I can just imagine if somebody reported it, could have been an employee just gone, pulled out my Polo Ralph Lauren's, like, what the fuck? And I performed the second show. I got drunk because I was like, the only way I can deal with this is if I'm drunk. If not, I'll be 2 in my head. So I got f***ed up. We're doing a meet and greet. You know, I'm just like trying to hold. I'm trying to hold my legs and my cheeks together so the smell is like not going anywhere. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go home because I don't feel good.
You're having the worst night of any adult's life.
Bro,
I don't feel good, so I think I should go home.
Bro.
Yo, I'm sorry. Hold on.
No, this is crazy because like so then my homie Renee Waka, who's with me, shout out Renee Waka, he's telling me, bro, I got this shorty here that, you know, every time I come to this part of town, she links up with me and she's here tonight and she brought a friend. But my other homies, like his tour managers and shit like that, everybody had already linked up with a girl, basically, you know, for the night. So there was one girl who was still like not with anybody. She came to be the plus one. She's third wheeling, basically. So Renee's like, come on, just get in there for me. So in my head, I'm like, nigga, like, I shit myself. But I was drunk. And you know, like at that time, you're like, oh, these people are fans, so they don't give a fuck. Like,
if I smell like shit,
yeah, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, right? So I go, like, we're at the bar is called The Lodge in Austin, Texas. And I go into like this back area because everybody, it's hot as shit. Everybody's smoking in this little like patio, probably like half the size of this room, like 50 motherfuckers stuff, bro, like sardines. So we're all like this. So I'm just like, somebody smell like shit. You know? I try to be the one that calls it out so they know it's not me and shit. And I'm talking to my girl. My girl, luckily at the time, she was already on one too. She was smoking, you know, she was drinking. So I'm buying her drinks, trying to get her drunk so she don't notice that I'm all shit stained and shit. And I remember like, I was like, all right, well, they're gonna go home, you know, like I'm not even gonna try to spit no game. Cause what are you gonna do? Just find out I shit myself at home? So I'm just like, whatever. And as we're walking out the bar, I get another round of shots for everybody. And now we're all kind of like blacked out a little bit. And we all get on these petty cabs, right? I didn't realize everybody damn near from the bar came back to our Airbnb, which is around the corner. So now the place is packed. We got girls, you know, everybody's there. It's a party. And my girl, she's kind of lit. So she's kind of like dozing off. So I took her to my room, and my room was like at the entrance of the house to the right. There's like a, you know, probably a living space before it turned into a bedroom, whatever. So I put her on the bed, And she was kind of like, we're kind of like, she didn't know who I was actually. She got there during Renee's set and he was headlining. So she didn't watch me perform. She didn't know who I was. She just knew that I was with the guys.
Oh, I thought you said your girl. Oh my God. Sorry. Keep going.
No. Yeah.
Like, she just, no, you are.
This is the first day I met her,
Got you.
So at that time, she's like, so you're a comedian too? I was like, yeah, I'm a comedian too. So then kind of I felt like, damn, like the only strength I had is me telling her that I was me. So girls usually, like if somebody sees you, even if you're not famous or anything, if you do a good set, like girls usually are like, what's up, But I always tell people, like comedians, if a girl's interested in you, after she saw you do a set, you better crush that within the next 30 minutes of performing. Because if you take her to a bar or somewhere, after 30 minutes, she's going to realize you're just another lame and she's going to leave your ass. So you got to get them while they still riding the high. And that sounds creepy to say, but it's a fact. Why they still
It sounds creepy. It's not creepy. She wants to bang you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
right.
you like me? You think I'm funny?
You got to get in the gate where she want you. Not where you got to earn it.
You can't let it wear off.
Right. So then we go into the room, and my girl's so goddamn drunk. Like she's lit. I was just like, I don't feel right because you're drunk and I'm drunk. But I think that I would have felt right if I had underwear on. Like maybe I would have been more confident.
If I pull the zipper down.
But I was like, oh, you're drunk? Like, oh, no. Please, don't take the clothes off. I don't want to do nothing. I just want you to rest. I left her in my room. I closed the door and I slept in the living room that night after maybe like 5, 6 a.m. and everybody left or whatever. And she always tells me like, you were such a gentleman. You didn't even try to me. You were just like always so caring. But in my head, I was like, oh, I would have you if I had to myself earlier that day, but I took the gentleman's story and
but I gave her the gentleman's
I was
story.
like, yes, of course, I could never.
How long till you told her?
She's probably gonna find out when she listens to this. No, I'm bullshit. She actually, I told her not too long ago, probably like 2 months ago. But we've been dating for over a year now, and but we ended up like reconnecting when I went back, and I think we were just both so like genuine and like out. I told her what had happened, and she was.
Does she think that's funny, or is she like, what's her reaction?
She's
like that?
She thinks it's funny until we get into argument. And then
yourself all the time.
She's like, oh, you think I'm gonna wash your stained clothes all the time? I'm like, all right, damn, I thought you said it was funny. But
yo, you might be the most honest I ever met in my life. Yo, it's funny. I'm gonna say something. I don't think I've ever told Rosie. I think I need to. I don't think I've ever told Rosie. She'll find out now. I don't know if I have. Yo, the first night I ever met Rosie, or ever hung out with Rosie by ourselves, when I was like, oh, you know what? She's like, yo, we should just hang out by ourselves. I'm like, all right. I took like 19 pills that night. I bought like 400 from John that disappeared, like pure MDMA. They were called sassafras. And we were eating, we were hanging out. I was so like the juice. I was water, like the Capri Sun commercials. I was like water. And I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And I had these LRG, I still have them, these LRG sweats, but I had like 2 pairs of them for some dumb reason, because I know I had them and I bought them again like a dumbass, like a drug dealer. So I had 2 pairs. I went to the bathroom and I was pissed. I'm like, God, I'm gonna just fall asleep. And then I'm like, did I just fart? And I went, did I just shart my fucking pants right now? And I look and go, oh my God, she's out there. What do I do? I never told her this. Oh my God, I never told her this. All right, so I remember I would take my underwear off. I'm like, how old are you? And I'm like, you know what? It's almost 20 pills deep.
It's understandable.
It's understandable. Was she gonna understand? And then I went like, I wrapped and I put my same sweats back on. I'm like, there's shit in these. A little bit of shit in these. And I went, hey, let me grab something from my room. She went, okay. She's all f***ed up too. And I went, and I closed the door and I went, where's my other pair of sweats? And I changed all my shit as fast as I could. I put the same sweats back on. And then and then we now we're married.
Yeah, that's why I told that first story first. Like, I mean, when I was at the house, like, she's literally carrying pea cups into the toilet.
Yeah, she's down, dude.
She's down.
She's down. She lifted your legs like she's fishing.
Yeah. So
look what I caught. I'm Mexican.
But yeah, dude, it's been too many times, bro.
It's been too many times.
I think I've shot myself more times than than the average. Hell yeah, bro. Like it used to happen at least once a week, bro. Like when I was like unhealthy, like I am unhealthy, but like when I was on meds, like bro, I remember like, dude, I remember shitting myself.
It's a great conversation. Keep it going.
Nah, like
I love this.
I've had some of the worst, dude. I remember.
That's not the worst. Hitting yourself and going back on stage with dick on zipper. Nah. That's not the worst story.
Nah, hell nah, bro.
Consider that.
Dude, like the worst is like when you see yourself and you don't know, because I was because like you just be walking and your ass cheeks just feel slippery as hell. Like damn, like did I pee out my ass? And then like as a dumbass, because you never felt it, not even a fart, you put your finger and you pull it out, and now you got on your finger. Like god damn. I was at Disneyland last week for the first time ever. I went to the bathroom 4 times. I didn't pee or just to wipe my ass, bro. Like I'm the only motherfucker that get his ass dirty without shit. And I'm like, how is more? I just wipe my ass. How is it more? God damn. But I looked it up, and if you have a really bad diet leaky and you're real gassy, yeah, you
leaky gut.
You get the leaky, man.
Yo.
This dude, you know what? I was thinking about it
just last week. I pissed. I had all over me. It's the craziest shit I ever heard you say.
Dude, you know what? It's funny you started gagging because when I was at your show, I was telling that story and where I gagged as well. And then I made a mistake. I was in El Paso, Texas, and I was doing a show, and I'm doing crowd work with this kid in the front. I think he was maybe doing like, he wasn't doing what they call it, the first training when they go to the military. It's the boot camp, but it's called basic.
Oh, basic, yeah.
So after basic, it's AIT, I believe. AIT training. So anyway, I think this kid must have been in that kind of, it was some type of military training, but he was able to leave the camp, right? So he came to my show. It's a group of like 4 white kids, and this kid, he was like young. He looked like this right here, like young as hell. Yeah. And I'm doing crowd work, you know, I'm in the military, like real badass, right? I'm like, all right, cool. I leave it alone. They kept drinking. They got 1 bucket of Blue Moons and like 4 people. I don't know what happened in that bucket that this kid got faded. And I just think because he was in the military, it's probably his first night out in a while.
Yeah.
You drink 3 Blue Moons, yeah, they're kind of strong, especially if you haven't drank in a long time. So I kind of could see it. But this guy started throwing up, bro. Started throwing up in the crowd. So I'm watching it happen from stage. And I start like gagging because it's nasty as
mid-joke.
Yeah, and I'm gagging, and it's actually clipped this. It's on the line. And then the guy, he's like, I'm so sorry. Like his friends are apologizing for him. And the guy turns around as he gets up to turn around. He had also he didn't pee himself because he was wearing cargo shorts. So when he got up, there was no wet stain in the front. Brown. But if he turned around, it's just dark as fuck in the back, like just shit himself all the way, bro. And I'm on stage and I'm gagging, and because I'm like I'm going like that. But I have this thing where like, if somebody gags in front of me, I'll start gagging too. I hate it. And I can throw up. Like I'll actually throw up if I have like just 8 or something like that. And I made the mistake of saying that on stage, bro.
Oh no!
And then the whole crowd's like, and I swear to God, I threw up in my mouth a little bit, and I swallowed this shit. I had to swallow that.
You did your set turned around. All right, you guys.
No, I had to turn around just to get like calm down because I couldn't, bro. I was just, it's uncontrollable. And I tried to, like, my girl's like, why don't you just chill out? I can't.
Why don't you stop doing that?
It's just reaction, it's a reaction. But I made that, and then now I made the mistake of speaking about it on again, which I don't. It is what it is. But it's funny because now I do shows on the road and people do it. Like if there's a moment of silence for any reason, you'll just hear out of nowhere, and my fans started. That shit pissed me off, but I just think it's funny. Like.
Yo, for a whole crowd to do that to you, that's a fun crowd.
No, it was fun.
Right?
It was fun.
It's cool,
a good crowd.
Fans are funny.
Yeah.
Did you call out that he shit his pants? Like, did everybody notice that?
Oh
too?
yeah, bro.
As he's leaving.
Yeah, I was like, "This shit himself too." Hell no! Like it was like after we found out he shit himself, the throw up didn't even matter. No. Everybody throws up when they're drunk.
Did you title the video "Military Guy Shits Himself"?
I think I titled it "Military Guy Has a Small Accident," but in the thumbnail I put "Guy Shits Himself" just to like get it from keep hitting the algorithm or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, bro, it was disgusting as hell.
I have a question for you. Jesus Christ. I don't know if we've ever talked about it. Do you ever do shrooms and stuff?
I've never like gone on a trip. I've done. There's this girl in Chicago that was she was always coming to my shows, and she had gone sober, so she didn't like smoke or drink, only did shrooms. So she would always like, I remember going to the strip club with her and Renee Vaca and another girl at the time, and we had slammed like that was the first time I ever did like not a handful, I'd probably say a pinch of shroom caps. And
on caps?
Yeah, and I was like, I just like the strip club. It didn't really hit me in the strip club, but when we went back to her house, it was just like they were like in their rooms waiting on us, you know, and it was just me and Renee on the balcony like crying because we were watching. She lives right by Comiskey Park, by the White Sox Park, which you can see the whole downtown Chicago skyline from there at a distance, and the sun is rising, bro. So we're watching the sun come up, and me and Renee are just, his dad's in prison in federal prison for drug charges, distribution of drugs or whatever. And I mean, I kind of had my own upbringing as well. And we're kind of just like, it was kind of like one of those moments where we're just like, damn, like we're out here though. Like we're doing it kind of, like we're touring, we're doing all this. And it was just like hitting, bro. Like it was all hitting at the same time. So we got real emotional. Like I went on live. We were both crying on live.
We're emotional. Leave us alone.
Yeah, we're both crying. But this is a crazy story though. We're both crying, and as we're crying, like the sun is beaming through the skyscrapers, so it starts to light up the streets. Like it looks like Tron Legacy, the movie, where it's just light starting to come in through the streets. Whoa. And we're looking at it like, God damn. And then I start looking at like my finger, like the fingerprint waves, and it just looks like there's movement in my handprints and. It was cool, I felt like, I was like, oh my God, this is a really good feeling. Then my boy, he's a savage, he's a horny fucker. So he's like, all right, that was beautiful, but I'm about to go fuck. So he goes into the room, right, with his girl, and the girl that I was with, I just didn't care. Like, I was like, go do something.
I want mushrooms.
Yeah, like I'm chilling.
I'm gonna shit myself. You want to get out of here?
Yeah, so she ends up knocking out, right? So now I'm just sitting in the living room. There's a TV, but we're playing like The Weeknd or something. So I'm just watching the movie, the TV, the music videos. And as I'm watching, I kind of just start to walk around the apartment a little bit, just like curious. And I start to see on her kitchen counter like black rose petals across the counter. She's got like she's got a Frenchie, a Frenchie dog, but she's got like Frenchie statues everywhere. All over. And then I'm looking at pictures of this lady on her fridge, which I thought was her grandma, before when I used to visit or when we used to hang out there. But I'm looking, I was like, this bitch ain't her grandma. This bitch is a Cuban lady or a Haitian lady. This bitch is Mexican. Like, this don't even add up. So I start to like look at the name, and I Googled it, and it was like some famous like black magic witch in like Haiti or whatever, like from the back in the day. So then she's got an altar of saints.
Is this the girl you were supposed to be with, or the other one?
No, the other one that he was with. That's her apartment. So then I'm looking at her, like all the things that she's got like put around her apartment, and everything looks like was when you're there as a or as like a party, cool. You're not looking around.
Nice black petals.
Yeah, let me do a bump off this little picture. And then you realize the picture is like a picture of like her dead friend or some I don't know, bro, but it was like real creepy, right? So then I go sit down, and then when I go sit down at the couch, she's got cameras all over this apartment. So now this is not like the sleep paralysis story. This is real cameras like in the apartment. So now I'm just like looking at the camera, and like every 5 minutes I'm just like because I'm like, this bitch probably watching me.
Still on mushrooms?
I'm still on mushrooms, bro, but I'm also on.
Yeah, just because the sun's up, right?
Yeah,
so exactly. Yeah.
I'm just like, and I'm also because we were at the strip club before that, so I'm like, damn, I spent so much money. I shouldn't have done that. And then I'm just starting to get scared and more scared and more scared. And I'm looking at this cabinet, and it's next to the TV, but it's closed. And I keep like all kinds of keeps coming in my head, like, oh my God, there's probably like body parts in there. Like the worst, bro, the worst. Your mind playing games with you for after not sleeping and being on drugs and alcohol and all that. So I start freaking out, bro. I get up. I go to the fucking door where my boy's at. I banged on that shit. I was like, yo. And they're like, what? I was like, bro, we got to go. Come out. Like I'm like banging, like begging them. So this motherfucker gets up, right? He opens the door. He's got like glitter all over his face and shit. I was like, bro, we got to get out of here. This bitch is a witch. And then when I said that, this bitch comes from behind him like, huh? Stay, guys. You guys can stay a little longer. He'll be all right now.
You want to switch blood?
Yeah, and my boy's like, hey, like, just step out real quick, bro. Like, I'll be right there. So I was like, right? I don't want to be the guy that's like, nah, bro, we got to go. So then they closed the door, and I went and I just sat back down and I closed my eyes and just like waited. And finally they came out. It was probably like 2 hours later. And when they came out, I told her, I was like, she was trying to be friendly, and I was like, all right, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Open that fucking cabinet up. I was like, I refuse to leave this apartment without knowing what's in the cabinet. And she's like, for what? And she was being like real like, for what? And I walked over to that and I opened it, bro, and it was just like Scrabble, Yahtzee, like a whole bunch of board games. And I was like, oh, I
apologize.
My bad, I tweaked. And we left out of there, bro. But that was the first and last time I did shrooms. Like, it was, I guess, it was a good experience at the beginning, but
no, I think that might be the most interesting shroom one I've seen. So she definitely was a witch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she came out. What'd you say?
Yeah,
2 more hours.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, it felt like
I need his energy still.
It felt like torture.
Yo, you could go down a rabbit hole. You Googled her name is crazy.
While you were tripping?
Oh yeah. I was tweaked out.
I would have opened the front door, put my foot right there, and slept.
No, well, I was talking to my homie Chins. I was like, bro, like, I'm really considering leaving, like, right now, but I don't want to leave this behind. And especially Renee's from out here. He's not from Chicago, so I'm not about to leave him in some random bitch's apartment. You feel me? I was like, I gotta eat this. I gotta wait, and then we gotta fight this crazy.
Together we will.
But if I leave him and like I get a crazy story, like comedian kills himself, like hell nah, like. So I was like, that. So I waited, and yeah, we left together. And after that, I was like, bro, we ain't never going back there again.
I like that mushroom trip story. Well, we won't do that to you. If you ever want to do mushrooms, you let me know.
Yeah,
I
want to do
like
shrooms in Chicago,
mushrooms.
though. That shit sounds
I need to be like in a like I definitely can't do them in the city because I'll be paranoid. Like, and I got to do it like in private, you know.
Yeah,
like,
do it by yourself is the best.
Yeah,
I go by the dark, no music.
Tweak out. I just feel like I'm scared. Like I feel like if I really get like on mushrooms, I feel like I'll have to face shit that I haven't faced, you know, like personal shit. And I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Then don't do it yet.
I don't want to like. I think I'm putting a limit on because I don't want to like figure out some shit where it like makes me like quit comedy or like because I feel like that shit could happen. Like obviously we come out here to talk about the light moments or the funny shit and all that, but there's also dark shit happened to me like growing up and shit like that where I was like, damn, I don't know if I get on shrooms, I might either. Yeah, I might either like find forgiveness in people, or I might hate somebody, or you know, even more or shit like that. So I just try to like I said, cocaine has always been my drug of choice, and especially because like you could do it and you get unhigh fairly quickly, which is why you need to do it so much to stay high. But it's compared to like an ecstasy pill or any type of pill or anything that you eat. Like once it's in your body, you got to see that shit through, my boy. And I would hate to like take pill and then just like feel my heart pounding where I can't. At least I know when I'm on and I do too much, I'll be like, all right,
calm your ass down,
chill the fuck out, and like you'll be good. 40 minutes, you'll be straight.
Yeah, like when I used to do like that, it was never. I don't know. I think my tolerance is just so high for everything. It just doesn't really like. I know we're not going crazy on it, but like, say I got 2 grams, 0.8, I'm eating, gumming all of it.
Damn.
I do this. I get one line, fat one.
Does it hit harder when you go?
I just love doing this. I take it in my mouth and shit. It's so fun to me. I do this and I go like that. One on this side, or on this side, and one on my tongue, and I snort it.
Yeah, I used to like to do that too when I was just drinking and that. But now, like as a comedian, I can't because
you can't be talking like that.
Yeah, like I've been on stage sometimes, like if we do 2 shows and then like in the middle, somebody will be like, "Oh, bro, I got some like," because you know now they got like high end. Whereas like I just did some. I ain't gonna say when, but like not too long ago, I did some and it was
designer flavor.
Designer flavor. It was pink Coke.
Yeah, pink Coke.
It wasn't 2C. No. It was actual
strawberry.
It was light pink color. But it was grape flavor.
Ooh,
and I've also had strawberry. It tastes like Nesquik.
It's crazy, bro. They flavor it,
and it's so smooth because like
crazy.
You like smell the flavor.
You can smell it and taste it, bro. Like so when it drips down your throat,
it's not chemical. You're like Nesquik.
Yeah, because also if you get they call it the drip, which is basically like the chemicals.
Favorite thing in the world.
Like that'll make you gag too. That'll make you gag. It'll make you throw up if you drink it too fast. So I just try to be careful, like in between shows, because sometimes like you might do too much and you're gonna be like,
No, you get numb, you can't talk.
yeah, you can't talk, and I need to talk, to make money. So yeah, I love that shit, bro. And it's crazy because like to make 1 ounce of, it's called lavada in Spanish, which is, I don't know in English what they call it, but that good. It takes like 4 zips of like regular to make 1 zip.
It's
of
like
those.
concentrate.
It's like a concentrate slash, and it's so good because like it's like baby powder. It's no rocks.
It's
it
fluff.
dissolves in your nose. Your nose is not, because I've done that was cut with fiberglass before.
Yeah.
And like my
burns all the way back.
Is just like
back
on
here.
fire the next
Under
day.
here?
Oh yeah, or like chemicals where like my gums are like bleeding and shit, like
Swollen. I have swollen before.
yeah, stuff like that. So, but luckily I've slowed down a lot. Like I'm not.
Do you see yourself one day going, I gotta stop doing this?
Oh, every day I don't do it every day, but every time that I've done it in the, like at least the last 4 months or ever since my health scare when I lost the weight and all that, I was like, I need to get my shit together. Like, and it has, but again, it just becomes like the healthier you get.
I get it.
The more you're like, all right, well now I think my body can take a little bit more coke.
Well, that's what I said. If I can lose 150 pounds, I'm like, I would like to do drugs. But I'm not gonna do it because I know, like, Thomas, you have everything in the world.
Yeah, well now you're in too deep. Now you got an empire,
Well, not
so,
even that. Like for you, like,
yeah. But I definitely want to, but it's just the lifestyle that I'm in specifically, like the comedy clubs, like they breed kids. You feel me? Like that's like if you have a bad set, at least you'll get some good. You feel me? Like it's just like
There's way more comedians on than we would think.
Dude,
Yes.
and it's just not just the comedians, it's the bartenders, everybody in the late night industry in LA, everybody in the food industry in LA.
Yeah.
You go to a fancy ass restaurant,
That's where you get
and
it
then
at.
a waiter tell you, like, sees you kind of move your mouth funny, like, you party? Next thing you know, you with him and the cook getting thrown. You feel me? Like it comes everywhere, and specifically, like, and not to throw anybody under the bridge, I won't say where. There's been clubs that the managers have got me to.
Yeah, why not? It's your artist, but y'all do bumps too.
Yeah,
Coke is a community.
I did a club in
It's different.
Florida. I did a club in Florida. This pulled out a little briefcase like this, opened it up. She had a pill cutter, and then like 4 of each pill. She had like 4 draws, 4 next, 4 and then 4 sets, 4 like all the pills you could think of. She's like, which one you want? You could do half of this one. You could try this one. If you're feeling like this, you could do this one. I was like, I don't do pills.
Scientist.
Yeah, I was like, I don't do pills, but she was telling me stories of like, they're not supposed to tell you, but comedy club employees and managers, the only way they bond with the comedian is talking about other comedians. So everything they bring to the table is just gossip. Oh man, last week so and so was here and he
did all these.
He did all that, or he had 2 in here, or he had a guy in here, like crazy. So you always find out shit. But yeah, I do want to stop eventually, and I think when I have a kid, maybe, I hope sooner, but it's just so hard when you're like you start having fun, start feeling good, start getting money. It's just like, and people like, they could talk whatever. I mean, like, people can say whatever they want to say, but it's just in your face all the time, But yeah, I definitely don't do it, and I'm like happy with
Sick.
it. Yeah, I'm. It's
But
always,
you are for a minute. Like,
yeah,
nice.
it's always a regret. It's always a like, especially about you get home 2 a.m. You had drinks, you did a few rails, you're feeling good. Now you want to, you can't because you're not gonna get hard because you're off cocaine. And then I'm too scared to ever pop like a rhino pill or a blue chew or I mean, if they're sponsors, my bad, but I just don't fuck with. I know my heart shit already, and I'm already still doing. So I don't want to put anything else in there that's going like, oh yeah, this motherfucker died off a rhino pill. You feel me? Like that shit's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, we found him with shit in his pants. Like
Killed by a witch sounds way better.
yeah. Killed by a witch on shrooms is way better. But,
Who we thought was a witch, and he's just a racist.
Yeah. We got any more fan questions? I feel like we had a lot, and I fucking talked forever.
Hey, that's the whole point of being here. Also, these you got to sip. We burned it too quick, and now it's not hitting.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on.
You got to sip. There's too much hash. Good thing though, but keep going. We got some good fan questions. Go, Marty, go.
What's the most underrated cereal?
The most underrated cereal? I probably had to say, I mean, my favorite cereal is Fruity Pebbles, but underrated cereal, shit, low key, my mom's one of those moms that like, we'll get like WIC. So like we'll get all like the bullshit cereal,
Wild Big Juices,
like Kix, KIX.
Oh, that shit's
yellow box with the balls.
Yep.
Or
With
like
the balls.
yeah, like or like the penguin one, which is basically like it was like Lucky Charms but like a penguin version. But I'd probably say like, but anyway, when she did buy cereal from like a real store, she always tried to get some healthy shit like mini wheats or like Raisin Bran, honey bunches of oats, all that garbage ass cereal. But she bought for a few times. She bought the Special K, with the
strawberry.
Yes, with the strawberry or the chocolate one. Those are underrated. Those are actually good. Now as an adult, now they're like sweet to me, you know, because you get older, you stop eating that sweet. And even that becomes real sweet for me. So I'd probably say Special K, the strawberry or raspberry, whatever the flavor is, but that
Solid
one,
answer.
yeah,
Yeah,
underrated. But my favorite, Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles was my favorite,
Yeah.
and then it became Raisin Bran with mad raisins in that bitch. I'm like, it's healthy. I know it's healthy.
Oh, bro, that's crazy as hell. Raisin Bran. I hate that cereal because you can't even see that motherfucker. That motherfucker don't be floating. You put in the milk.
sinks?
You put it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you look like a cup of milk, like a plate of
But
milk.
as a kid, I'm like, hey man, it's good for you, right? 4 cups of this, and I can get buff. Remember those commercials in the '90s? 4 cups of this equals 10 cups of this. I'm like,
Right.
wow, I'm fat now. So if I eat Raisin Bran and eat Subway sandwiches, Jared, you're telling me I can be not fat? I was, and then what was it? Slim Fast was hella big when I was a kid. Like, and then Nutty Professor came out. Like, yo, where's this drink where I won't be fat anymore?
No, the Slim Fast, bro. The strawberries.
got me.
I would just buy them for fun. The
Like, I'm eating too.
No, for real. The strawberry Slim Fast is so good, bro. It tastes so good. I always wanted to try it. Like, I remember Hydroxycut, like the commercials for Hydroxycut.
I took that shit when I was working out in Oregon as a mover. I was like 16, 17, tweaking. Like,
For real?
I was up all night drinking.
Damn.
My dad worked for Rockstar energy drinks.
Damn.
Hydroxycuts. I know I was a tweaker.
Yeah.
No, that's just
Damn. Yeah.
marketed well.
Right?
Hydroxycut, man, all that shit when I was a kid, like, I should just run. I ain't gonna run. I think I'm good on running.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so here's this. What is it? If you can go travel to any era. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Travel to any eras. They're all racist prior. They're more racist the further back you get. If you could say what is it? Oh, I like this one. This is a good one. If 16-year-old you walked through that door and was like, yo, I'm gonna beat your ass, are you gonna win?
Today, right now.
Right now.
Yes. Okay. If they would have caught me when I was sick, I would have whooped my ass. I would, yeah. Today, right now, I feel comfortable because the thing is that I felt so heavy for like 2 years straight, just so many, my body retaining liquids and me just being unhealthy. That right now, even though I am still big and I look big and I am heavy or whatever, I feel light, you know. So I feel like I've discovered, and then like I work out unwillingly because I'm walking through airports, I'm walking everywhere I go, basically like. So I've almost worked out on accident. It's almost like Mexicans. Like Mexicans are slow as shit, but they just do roofing all week. They never go to the gym, but it's just because you wake up picking up shingles every morning at 4 a.m. to the roof of a house. Yeah, you're gonna get swole.
To the roof of a house, for real. Walking up a ladder.
Yeah, but 16-year-old me though. Yeah, but if you ask 16-year-old me, would I beat my ass right now? He would also say yes, because I was always because I had never broke a bone or gone to the hospital for anything.
But you're unstoppable.
I always felt like I was unstoppable. I was like, I'm immortal.
Same.
I was like, if I get ran over, nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing's gonna happen. The car's gonna flip. What the fuck?
Yeah. Like I'm gonna be good regardless. And then when I fell on my ass in the hospital and I realized like, oh. Like I'm having trouble breathing, and now I can't do anything else. Not even walk to the lobby. That's why at that time in my life too, like I would go out and I would be like, because I'm very reckless. I do stupid. Like sometimes I'll be in people's cities and like I'll get drunk. Sometimes you're throwing money in the club. Sometimes people take that shit as disrespect, especially if they don't know who the fuck you are.
What?
Yeah, you go to Houston, you start throwing money in people's faces at a strip club. Man,
it's not their faces. It's for the girl.
Yeah, I know, but the motherfuckers don't look at it like that. You know, motherfuckers are just there to impress other. Like men trying to impress men, you know. So I've had situations where like, luckily because of my comedic humor, I've been able to like bring down, hey, chill out, bro. We fucking, you know, whatever. And we always end up cool, you know. But when I was sick, I'll be like, because I'm not a bitch either, so I know I'm not gonna back out of a fight, but I'm gonna get my ass whooped because I can't even breathe. You think I'm gonna fight somebody? If you fought somebody, you know that shit is tiring, bro. Like
in 30 seconds.
You fight somebody for 30, 40 seconds. I'm just hoping that somebody breaks shit up because I'm about to be tired. Of shit. I remember like the last few fights I got into, I just remember like somebody called the police already. I wasn't even getting my ass.
Shoot me.
I was winning the fight, but I was tired of winning. I was like, bruh. Stop trying to fight me, bro. I remember the last fight I got into. I was on top of this dude, bro. Like, there was a point where I got on top of him and I put his hands under my. So I'm just sitting on him, a Rikishi style, just sitting on this motherfucker.
I'll put my in your face.
Like I was like, I punched him in the face a couple times, but then I was just sitting there catching my breath. I was like, chill the out, man, because I just couldn't breathe, so I didn't even have to. I remember I was punching him and I just felt like when you punch somebody in the dream where I was just making contact, but it wasn't hurting him.
It was for show. For everyone else and shit.
And I remember he had his baby mama there pregnant, bro, and she runs up on me and she's about to swing off me as I'm like sitting on this dude. Luckily my homie was there and he comes up and he cocks his hand back and he's like, if you jump in, I don't give a f if you pregnant. You will get beat up. And she stopped herself. A fight's a fight, bro. Like, I don't fuck. Like, you think I'm gonna stop? Like, I thought you was fat. I didn't know you was pregnant. Like, you feel me? Like, I would have swung off that hole too. But like,
you're jumping me. You got help.
Yeah. But I always had that. I always had that confidence because nothing had happened to me. But you know, like they say, everybody needs to be punched in the mouth at least once. Yeah. So you know that there's consequences in life to everything. And of course also the health thing, like everybody needs a little health scare once in a while just to kind of remember like, hey, your body is like just one of them, and once you this one you ain't gonna get a different one. So I've grown up a lot and I realize I'm not immortal or invincible, and I'm actually kind of a bitch, so I feel like I could get my ass. Thank God a lot of those situations were turned down because I feel like I would have got my ass whooped a lot.
I like the confidence though.
The most honest test of all time.
And the realization of all of it. Yeah, it's true. I punched a table because I was so mad. I was doing something in my house and it wouldn't work, and I punched it, and the shit got purple and it hurt. I'm like, pain. Like, yo, I'm hurt. That was like 6 years ago. That's when I went, oh wow, I'm a real, like, this is life. This is real life. I always thought the same thing. Like, I've gotten hit hella hard. Nothing happened.
Yeah. And the same thing with my leg, bro. Like with the leg thing. Think about, like, you're a big guy, so your calf has had to pick your ass up your whole life. So your calves become automatically strong for big motherfuckers. So like, people would kick me. Like, I was like, oh, my legs are iron, boy. Like, nothing's gonna happen to my legs, you know? I'm more scared of breaking a finger than breaking a leg. But once I had that infection and I couldn't stand on my feet, bro. Like, I would be in the shower, like, holding on to things. I would shower like once every 2 days. Just because it hurts. Even to pee, once I stopped using the cup to pee and I was forcing myself to get up because I was like, I got a show like in a week. I need to be able to at least go fucking pee. So I would force myself, but bro, even forcing myself, like, oh my God, it was just like, I had told myself, I was like, dude, I wouldn't wish this pain on anybody. Like, it was just because it's something you can't control. It's not a bone. It's not like, it's in your skin. So it's just uncontrollable. Like, it's uncontrollable, bro. You can't. There's painkillers. The painkillers were just to put me to sleep. They weren't to fix the pain. They were just so I could doze off and drool for 2 hours.
Like restless leg syndrome, constant.
Yeah, exactly. Before having to wake up again and be in pain and pain and pain. It went so much that I was in so much pain. I went into a shock into shock because there was so much pain I couldn't bear with it. So it was just, everything kind of just, shit started to seem like real, not real. Like, it was
while you were at the house or at the hospital?
Yeah, while I was at the house. Yeah. It was just like, the days were going. The days sometimes it'll be long. Sometimes it'll be forever. Like, my girl would be like, she'd be like, "Are you depressed? Like, are you sad? What's going on? Like, why are you?" But it's just like, I can't do nothing. I took all my days for granted. You know, like, it just sucks. You know, so I don't know. Right now that I feel like this, bro, I feel like amazing, and I'm trying to do everything in my power to
keep it going.
At least maintain. You know, but yeah, man.
Also, real quick, I have a question. When you're sitting on that guy's chest beating him up in front of his girlfriend, Why? What happened?
Bro, some stupid shit. I'll tell you the story. Why? It's funny. It's a funny story. It's the last story. I know. I'll do as many stories y'all want me to. I don't got shit to do today. In Aurora, I'm from Aurora, Illinois. There's a town maybe like 25 minutes over. It's called Joliet, Illinois.
Joliet,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And in this town, it's very similar to Aurora, you know, a lot of Latinos, a lot of Mexicans, but they have more like open land. So they do these coleaderos, which I don't know how to translate that into English, but it's just basically like they get the fucking bull with the rope. So it's like cowboys. Yeah. They get the rope spinning in the air and then they toss it like at a cow's leg and they fucking trip the cow or whatever.
Oh yeah. So
like they do that and then they do wild bull riding. All that while there's a concert going on right there too. They get the banda playing. Like it's just a bunch of Mexicans getting fucked up, like real Mexican culture. And at this time it was probably like October, so it's kind of cold. So I remember I never really dressed like too Mexican. Like I never got like crocodile boots and shit like that. But I did. I had got a pair of black Levi's and I got a pair of black Timberland boots, all black. You know, I had a nice Ariat jacket and a cowboy hat. I remember I was on one. And you know we're doing hella because this is like the place to do coke. This is where I started doing. Yeah, this is where they invented coke at Mexican parties. So I'm doing coke. So there's obviously no bathrooms. There's like a gang of porta potties, and they all have lines all day long because there's just so many people going to the bathroom. So then what all the guys do is we go behind the porta potties and we take pisses, we take bumps behind the porta potties. Well, this is all dirt. So eventually you so much it becomes mud. Oh. So now we're all just stepping on piss. I got my Timbs on. I don't give a you know?
Yeah, but
so I'm stepping on all that, you know? And I don't give a Now, while we're there, my friend, he had sold an iPhone to this other guy that I knew from back home. This guy lives like 2 doors down from my road manager now, my best friend, you know, Christian's Chins. Anyway, he had sold him the phone. I think he paid him partially, but he still, I think he gave him 100. I think he sold the phone for 200, gave him 100, so he still owed him 100. So I was drunk at the party, at the baile, whatever, and my guy is telling me this story, like, oh man, this still owes me money. And he's like on Facebook, like flexing or whatever. So I was like, oh, for real? So I go on my Facebook, I go on that dude's status, and I comment like, hey, shut up. Like I'm gonna need you to give me that 100 from my boy, or else I'm gonna have to take care of it when I get back in town. Obviously it's Facebook. So the dude feels like immortal. He's like, nah, I don't like you, you know, he's going back, like he's not a bitch. So he's going back and forth with me. I was like, all right, bet. So we kind of go at it or whatever. Then I get so drunk, I get some dude that I was drinking with right there. He was a 2-6 from Chicago. 2-6 is a gang in Chicago, and I don't gangbang, but we were just drinking together. And I think somebody else saw him, you know, opposition, whatever, and they got into it. So then I get into it with the other people trying to defend this dude just because I was drinking with him. Whole time I didn't even know it was a gang fight, you know.
Oh my God.
So I'm in the gang fight. So then security, like, they break us up. They drag my ass all the way out. Luckily I didn't get tased because they got tased. They dragged but it was another one of those situations where I was fighting where I'm like, somebody come break this up, like, help. So as soon as the security got me, I was like, oh, I'm done. They got me, you know. Most motherfuckers, like most motherfuckers get picked up by security. They're like, that, like, let me go. I was like, please, nigga, like, get me out this bitch. So they carried me all the way. It's like 4 security guards carrying my ass all the way out. My homie shoved me in the car. I'm like, I still apologize to my homie. Lardo, he's the guy that drove us, the guy that was owed the money. I get in the backseat of his car and my legs are up like this. So I'm putting prints of piss all over his brand new F-150 truck. Destroyed the backseat of his car. Destroyed it. Now we're on the way home. Still like a 25, probably like a 40-minute drive by the time you get out the parking lot, whatever, right?
Also, why are your legs up?
Because I was drunk as hell and I was pretending to, like, I didn't want to be restrained. I was like, nah, I'm going to beat their ass. Let me go. But I did not want to beat their ass. Like, I was happy. I was happy to be in the car, you know? And they put me in the car.
Even worse.
So now we go all the way from Joliet back to Aurora. We go eat at this Pizza Hut. So we get the pizza. Like, this was back then when Pizza Huts were, like, dining, you know, shit like that. So we're at the Pizza Hut. We get the pizza, we're eating, and now while this whole shit is going on, This dude's still running his mouth on Facebook. Now I'm in town, right? So now I'm hitting him back. I knew where he lived. So, because he lives 2 doors down from my homie. I was like, bro, I'll pull up to your house right now. Like, just be ready. He's like, oh, I'm ready, whatever, right? So I was still drunk. So we kept drinking. I was like, okay, let's go. So my boy's like, you sure? I was like, yeah. So we go in this pickup truck, right? We pull up to his house, and we start honking, right? I'm calling this dude on Facebook, like, come outside, pussy, woo, woo. Like, I'm just on one, you know? And still adrenaline from the last fight, you know? Like, I'm still kind of on one. So then he doesn't come outside, but his dad comes outside. His dad comes outside with a flip phone, bro. And he starts recording the plates of the car. He's like, oh, you guys need to leave us alone. You're bothering us. Which to me was like a move, because I was like, bro, if you're on Facebook talking shit, you can't send your dad out here when we pull up. Like, at least take the ass whooping, you feel me? Like, don't bring, or I was like, or he could get his ass whooped too. Like, it don't matter. And my homies are a little bit more crazier than me. So then my homies were like, hey, get your ass inside before you get knocked the fuck out too. So then this dude get on the phone with the cops. So we leave out of there. So when I left, now I'm going on Facebook just making statuses like, oh, woo, woo, he's a bitch. Called the cops, had his daddy outside. So now I think that triggered him even more. So he's like, fuck that, where are you? Like, I'll pull up on you. Now we're still drinking. Now we're at my house. We're outside my house. We're drinking. I was like, bet, pull up. So this dude rolls up, but he rolls up with his cousin and his girl and another homie. So they roll 4 deep, and we're like 4 deep too. And when they roll up, this dude gets out the car. As soon as he get out the car, I was like, bro, we're not gonna talk about it. Like, it's already a done deal. So I go straight up to him, and he's like, so what's up? As soon as he says, so what's up, I just smacked him in the fucking face. So when I hit him in the face, he doesn't fall right away. He starts hitting me back. We go from like the side of the car to like the middle of the street. Now we're just fucking duking it out. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be real honest. We did some hoe shit, because like I was fighting, but his homies were behind him trying to jump in. Like, they were trying to jump in, but none of my friends had jumped in. So when I was whooping this dude's ass, my homie who sold him the phone, he's like, Ken, watch out, let me get one. I step back, and this dude's like kind of like getting his balance together. My homie just goes in and starts whooping his ass too. And he's whooping him. Like, I was fighting him, but my homie's whooping. My homie's been like working like factories his whole life. So his hands look like, you ever seen those Hulk hands they used to sell at Walmart? Like, his hands look like that. And I played like body shots with him before, where we like, you know, whoop each other, but only from the neck to the waist. And he could hit. So I'm watching him just smack in the face, like, map. And I'm just like, oh, shit. And then he backs out. And when he backs out, this dude's on the floor. So then he gets up again. As he's getting up, I just push him again. And that's when I get on top of him. And now I'm on top of him. So I guess you kind of say, we kind of jumped him. But he brought his cousin and his boy, and they just watched him get whooped. Like, why'd you bring them? Like,
yeah, why'd they show up?
Like, why'd they come?
It was like a tag team match, but they didn't tap in.
Yeah, they just watched them get whooped. It was like Eddie Guerrero just watched Rey Mysterio get his ass thrown up. So anyway, now I'm whooping this dude's ass on top of him. His cousin pulls out a gun. I have my homie Lil Jesse with me. This motherfucker's a street motherfucker. Like, he been to prison. He went to prison after that happened, not for that, for something else. But he's a real street motherfucker. Like, I don't know nobody like him. And this motherfucker, he's crazy, bro. Cause like this dude pulls out the gun, right? And then my other 2 homies were like, oh shit, like yo, so he started backing up a little bit. And this motherfucker comes up, he's like, blast that motherfucker then, shoot that. So I'm like, hey, whoa, relax. He's like, nah, shoot. He's like, if you gonna pull it out, you better use that motherfucker, because I'm gonna use mine. So now the guy's like, kind of like, okay, like, do I gotta shoot now or what? So then, as this dude has this gun in his hand, my homie just runs up and smashes him. That's the thing about people with guns. Like, not all of them are willing to use it. They flash it all day, but when it takes some big balls to pull the trigger. And I'm not saying I got him, because I probably would have froze up too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being honest. But my homie ran up, and I think the adrenaline of like just about to be shot, and I think the dude just got froze up. He froze up. He got stole off in the mouth. He just got hit one time. He didn't fight back. He just put the gun back. He's like, all right, I put it away. I put it away. I'm still on top of this dude while all this is going on. It happened it took like 20 seconds for all this to unfold. Like, so dude got, the only motherfucker with a gun at the fight got rocked in the mouth. You feel me? Like that shit. You should have used that gun to get yourself after that shit. But then as that happened, as he put his gun away, that's when the baby mama ran up on me and she was about to hit me. Like she almost had her hand cocked back. And that's when the same homie that rocked the other dude with the gun ran up and told her, if you hit him, I'm gonna fuck you up. I don't care if you're pregnant or not. So then she just backed up too. And after a while, I was aired out, bro. Like I was tired. I'm just like hitting him, like just to hit him. But I know I'm not doing no damage. Finally, he's like, all right. So I get up. And he tried to shake my hand after, and I was like, nigga, I'm not gonna shake your hand, bro. Like, you pulled up with some niggas, and then they pulled out a gun, and then they still got whooped. Like, they didn't even help you, whatever, woo, woo. The night ended. They left. We chilled. Obviously, like, you're sore as f***, because that shit, like, when I woke up the next day, I was sore. Even though, like, he didn't hit me, just off of me making so much movement, I was sore as hell. And I remember opening my Facebook Messenger to a message from him. He's like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, y'all got me good. First of all, you never
goofiest dude all the time.
Goofy as hell. He's like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, y'all got me good.
What's your sell?
He said, y'all jumped me, but it is what it is. And I was about to argue with him, like, you brought two niggas too. Like, why would they let you get jumped? Like, really, y'all had us outnumbered if you count your baby mama and your kid. But that wasn't even the funniest part. He ends the message with, I just dropped the 1/8 of some za out there while I was fighting. If you see it, bro, you think you could let me know? I'll pick it up. Like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna walk outside and
outside of your house.
Yeah, like, and find the 1/8 and give it to you. Like, bro, I was like, bro, don't ever text my phone again. Like, leave it at that, right? Then this happened, right? This maybe like 2018, 2019. Then around the same time I started doing stand-up comedy, bro. And this didn't even leave me alone for a little while, because I remember everybody would bring it up because it was all over Facebook, you know, and like, you know, you live in a small town, people know everything. Yeah. So I remember one time I went to the gas station, and one of his closest homies that for some reason wasn't there that night, he was working the counter, and I remember going to the gas, and I was sober, I was cordial, and I knew that was his homie, but I mean, it was what it was. It happened 2 years ago, like it is what it is. And he starts ringing me up. He's like, oh, bro, how you been? I'm like, oh, I've been good, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I heard what happened with, I almost said his name, but yeah, I heard what happened with, what's his face? I was like, yeah, man, you know, I was like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I just said that. I think I just heard it in a movie, so I thought it was cool saying that. And then he tells me to my face, bro, at the counter. He's like, yeah, it would have been different if I was there. And then at first I was like, yeah, and I kind of like brushed it off. I was like, wait, what'd you say? He's like, I'm just saying it would have been different if I was there. And I was like, what would have happened? And he was like, no, I'm just saying. I was like, no. I was like, I'll tell you what would have happened. I was like, you would have got your ass whooped too. And I said that, and I was waiting for him to like jump over the counter, but he didn't. He just stayed there. That was the last thing that ever happened from that moment, right? Fast forward another year. This is like late 2019, early 2020. Barely started doing stand-up, like for real. My boy Chins, who lives 2 doors down from this guy, had ordered my first ever business cards. As a gift for me, he ordered a pack of 100 business cards. The fucking mailman delivers them to the guy's address. He opens the package and he sees my business cards, bro. I swear to God, this motherfucker messaged my boy. He's like, hey, bro, these got accidentally delivered to my house, but I dropped them off in your mailbox.
Oh, that's cool.
And after that, he got my respect again. Like, I was like, you ain't had it. If it would have been me, I would have thrown them in the trash. So the fact that you brought that and you gave them back to us, bro, thank you. You know, we never talked again after that. We saw each other through mutual, because he does a lot of photography for like Lyrical Lemonade and shit like that. So we saw each other a few times after that, and it was just, what's up, and that's it. But
well, at least it's cordial.
Yeah, it's cordial. I mean, like, we got too much to lose. I'm not going to fight that motherfucker no more. I don't even live there no more, you know?
Yeah.
It was
after he sent his dad out, you should have been like, this.
Yeah, bro. I was like, bro, your dad would have got rocked that day too. Like, I don't involve family, but if the family involved themselves, they're getting flatlined too. If my dad came outside while I was boxing outside and he got rocked up, I'm like, should have stayed inside.
Should have stayed inside.
Stayed inside. You know. But yeah, that was. I don't know what the question was. I forgot that one, but
I don't remember. I said, why'd you fight that guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why.
Hey, you're a storyteller. I was there.
Are we getting more apps for your podcast? Talk about.
Bro, yeah. So I actually I guess I can announce it here a little bit. It's not official yet, but so All Things Comedy, it's Bill Burr's company. They're going through changes on their podcast and comedy division. So the guy that's supposed to take over their comedy podcast really wants me to launch it on their network.
Let's go.
But you know, when it comes to podcasts, there's a lot of distribution deals. I mean, you guys got a big, huge Spotify deal, so I don't want to like get into something real too soon. I think I might just build it myself, like restart it. I think I'm gonna call it. I think it's gonna be called "That's Right" with Ken Flores instead of talking my shit. Just more marketable. Commercial. Yeah, exactly. And I ain't gonna lie. When I do launch it, hopefully within the next month.
Oh
yeah. I'm gonna call in my favorites, brother. So expect the call from me, guys.
Of course.
And then I'm gonna get Fluffy and a few different big comedians to kind of come for like the first 10 episodes and just get like a big jump and then go from there. But yeah. We're working on that. We're working on that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. All Things Comedy has so many shows.
Yeah, they've been around for
a long time.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. I have no idea how we got to that though. But let me fire off one more fan question. What was your first ever paid gig?
Dude, I'll never forget it. It was right after I did my first open mic. I did an open mic at the Comedy Shrine in Aurora, Illinois. It was a C-level comedy club, and they are out of business now because of COVID, whatever. They were bad business anyway. But I did my first open mic. From the first open mic I did, I got my first booking. Somebody came up to me after my 5-minute set and was like, you know what, bro, you're funny as fuck, man. Like, I'm doing a show at this place called Draft Picks. It's a hockey bar, but they do all the sports. And they have really good wings, so I was already a fan of the place anyway. And they're like, we're gonna do a comedy night, and we'd like to have you on, man. And we feel like you're gonna be a star. And man, it was my first open mic, so I was like, what? Like paid? And I remember I did 20 minutes. I packed it out because I had a lot of friends back home, all my party people, house parties and shit. I'm like, come through, y'all come support me when I do house parties. Y'all gotta come support me doing comedy. So we packed out the place, probably like 60 people, and I got paid $60 for my first ever gig. And ever since then, I just kept booking shows, bro. That was the first paid ever. And I know nobody asked this before, but just to see the comparison, the $60 I made for those 20 minutes, I'd say in March of this year, I did 7 sold out shows at the Zanies in Rosemont, and I made like 42 grand in the weekend. So like that's the comparison of a comedian who's actually touring, making money to somebody who's struggling, because you don't make money in this. Like I was losing money most of my career, even after I started touring, featuring and shit like that. Because if I get paid $500 to feature for somebody, my flight's $380.
Yeah,
my hotel's gonna be $120. Yep. So if you get lucky, they pay your hotel, but that's it. You know, you struggle. Your drugs, you're gonna be upside down.
Do drugs. That's true.
Yeah. So like I just recently like started selling more tickets. I'm growing. We're growing, and I started making the real money, what I like to call it. So
and hold on, what year was it that you started?
2019, 2020, right in COVID. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's got to be one of the quickest rises to like arenas. In comedy.
I mean, I got a special in 6 years. I don't think anybody else has done it sooner besides like Brendan Shaw, but ain't nobody watched that shit.
See where that
different.
Yeah. I was like a drug addict, like damn near homeless. You feel me? Like not somebody who jumped in this shit.
Yeah. Well, you can get somebody. You can get put in position because you're famous, or you can like get quickly ascend it because it's your craft. And
it's not even famous. I think everybody sees you, and then when the other comedians go,
yeah,
they know.
Yeah, it's like you gotta work on it. It becomes harder because, like I'm happy that I'm not known for anything else but my stand up. So that way it makes it a little bit easier for me to like get to know people. Yeah. Because you see a lot of people that, and not even to compare you, Yola, but you see people that already have a platform, even if they were doing skits, whatever, and then they jump into stand up and they have a harder time with it. And it's hard because they're already selling tickets. So these people go on a full country tour. You know, they make gross like $500,000 on this tour. But that's the last tour they do because people are like, I'm not gonna go see that shit again. Yeah. It was at first it's like, okay, we're here in his presence. I can't believe I'm watching this guy I see online all day long, or this girl on TikTok all day long. But now after 40 minutes, like, all right, that's enough. Like, that was cool. That was cool once.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm glad that I was able to become a comedian first and then earn it. But there's people that already have platforms that are jumping into stand-up that are fucking funny because they already have always had them in you. I always say that there is a hustle. It's obviously all hustle, but there's got to be a little bit of talent. Talent is still a thing.
Of course.
Like people who can actually sing compared to somebody who has to have auto-tune, a professional studio every time. There's people that are actually fucking funny naturally, and then they learn how to write and perform and get better and better. You know, I feel like Yola is one of those people that even watching his videos, like his story times, is just somebody who's so into what they're saying and like believing what they're saying because obviously it's true stories. So it's like when you do that, when you perform a joke, you have to believe. When I tell you this butterfly joke story, whatever, I have to put myself in that position to sell you that story. You know?
Sure.
So that becomes a little bit harder to adapt when you're used to making skits and being able to pause and re-record because you're up there live, you know?
Yeah.
But I do want to give a shout out to two people who were both content creators, one of them being Concrete and the other one being Dunos. Who
Duno's great.
Yeah, and they're doing stand-up now and they're both doing really well. And they're making money on top of that, you know. So
Concrete, somebody just brought OT and then brought it up to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they kicked it in Texas.
Oh yeah, because I don't know. I was like, who's Concrete? I don't know.
Yeah. He's real. He's probably got he's definitely got more followers than me. Real big on the West Coast, but he's a guy like he's like the Mexican Drewski. Like
nice.
He's one of those guys where you watch his skits and they're not cringe. They're not. Oh, this is hack. I'll show you a few of his videos, but shout out to Concrete. He's probably one of my favorites right now. Yeah, but yeah. So and then of course yourself. So I'm excited to see you grow and to see the stories or the stories that you have already told on YouTube. Because it's different telling a YouTube
has to be morphed.
Yeah, morphed into a joke. So I'm excited because you do got good stories and you do got a good stage presence. So
I'm excited.
All it takes is time, and you can't cheat the hustle. Is what I always say.
I can tell them I have to go eat shit a few times.
Yeah. So yeah, you got to.
And I don't want people to be like, "Yo, I know you. Yeah, come see me tonight." Like, I just want to show up.
Yeah.
Like, I hope none of you guys have seen my shit, and I hope I do good.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I'll watch it back and go, "You suck there, there, and there. Don't suck there."
Yeah.
That's it. I know. It's fun though.
It's fun.
It's more fun than anything.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you spend a lot of time watching your film back?
No, I don't watch any of it.
Nothing?
I know I need to. I only watch the finished clips when I review them before I upload them. But I'm never editing.
Oh, the editing? No, you don't want that editing.
But I don't even watch the raw versions either. I just kind of tell my homie what the part I want. And me and him we think so much alike. He gets me what I want.
He's not gonna yes man you.
No. He'll and I already. He might not tell me no, but I know what he means. Like he'll be like, it's all right. Yeah, I already know that means nah, brother. Like don't do that. So we understand each other, but no, but the few times that I have listened back to my own set, it's very helpful because you're like, oh, I should have taken a longer pause there. Or maybe that word sounds better there. And I could tell you, that's the best advice I could give you, but I don't do it myself. Yeah,
it's like game film for a player, like analyzing your performance.
Yeah.
I'd rather just score touchdowns.
Exactly.
It's the other way to think about it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a lot of confidence, though.
Especially with the new material. Like I said, I'm doing new material, new thoughts, new everything. So I do kind of have to watch this over. Because sometimes I'll be drunk as and I don't remember. Like Chiz will be like, bro, that shit was hilarious when you said this and that. And I'm like, what? Yeah, but I made that up or I don't remember that. So I have to watch it. And it'll be cringe, but I'll be like, all right, well, that was buried in my brain somewhere. Now I got to elaborate. Yeah. And it turns into a bit.
Oh, man, that sounds so fun. All right, well, that's exciting, dude. And sorry for the wait.
Yeah, sorry for the wait. We're going to wrap up the tour. We're in the last quarter. I think we're going to do a few shows at the beginning of 2025 that are still going to be the same hour, the sorry for the wait hour. And that should be a wrap for the tour. And then we're going to start the new one.
Where are you going from? Oh, you're going to San Jose October 13th?
Yeah, we got San Jose October 13th. We got and then we also, I don't know the exact dates for all of them, but
we'll put the link in our description. Always.
Yeah, we got New Jersey coming up, Dallas, Brea,
Florida.
Dania Beach, Florida. So we'll be all over the place, and we're also booking more stuff. Like I want to do DC, New York, and Madison, Wisconsin before I wrap up this tour. So all tickets are at kenflores.net. All info. My Instagram, kenflores300.
KenFlores.net for all tickets, and it'll be linked in the description of whatever you're watching.
It'd be so sick if you and OT did a show.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You know, we know everybody. We have a lot of mutual friends. Like Duno's cool with him. You're cool with him. Concrete's cool with him. He knows everybody I know.
Well, that's why I brought him up. I'm like, Ken Flores. And they go, Ken Flores. And I showed him like, yeah, of course, Ken. I'm like, you guys need to meet. He was supposed to be here today, but they took off to San Diego.
No, it's like we just haven't crossed paths. But I know
man.
Once we talking, because I used to watch his shit like when he had the gold grill and rapping in the car, bro. Like old OT. And I'm a big fan of Kevin Gates, and I know he don't like it when people compare him to Kevin Gates, and I can see why. But I really like his rap and his style, because especially in California, a lot of the Mexicans sound the same. They got like the SA style rap, and I grew up in Chicago, so like I like black people rap. Like I like that urban shit, the shit that always got a flow. The beat is hard, and he's definitely one of those guys that can flow, rap, and got strong beat selection. So it's somebody I definitely wanted to cross paths with. I just never get the chance to. So if you see this OT, hit me up, brother. And I think I DM'd him writing, glazing him one time. Like if he looks at his DMs, he gonna see me glazing.
No,
I see what you're doing for the Mexicans.
Nah, next time he's here, bro. Next time he's here.
No, it's true. You had Ralph Barbosa host his whole album. Like that.
Oh yeah, that's my homie too. Ralph Barbosa is my homie.
It's awesome, dude.
We're gonna be together doing some shows this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't think I was supposed to announce that, but
sorry.
Well, this won't come out till Monday.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Perfect.
Wednesday.
We just talked to him too. He's coming back on next time he's in town.
Yeah, I saw you guys had a little fumble with Goblin. Like you guys were.
No, he texted me. I was staying at Dad's. I was like, man, this new Wednesday thing is gonna be so good. And I'm taking a Dad, and I get a text. No, and it says same time and day, bro. And I just text back no with 50 O's. And I'm like, call me. And then he came over. We got high all day.
Yeah.
But that was terrible, man.
Oh yeah, we should let people know. It's on.
Wednesday. I think
They'll
don't
already
do 4:30. Let's just do 4:20. What are we doing?
Thank you.
Every Wednesday at 4:20, the podcast comes out. That's it. It's not 12:30. It's 4:20. Every Wednesday. We cannot go at the same time as Goblin, because then like, yo, go choose. I want to watch Goblin shit too. Like I don't want to be like, hey, I have to do our show, so I can't see anything else. No, hell no. 4:20. His show will always wrap up before ours. Wednesday sounds like the weed day now,
and it's just more convenient for people, I think, being later in the day.
Yeah, we used to do 5:30, but Monday Night Football, dude. Me and him were over here watching football, typing in the chat, like, oh damn. Yeah. So sorry for the wait tour. KenFlores.net. Ken Flores on all social media.
Special dropping soon. LOL Network.
That's right.
It's gonna be cool, dude.
That's right.
Also, I've been dabbing and smoking for like 5 days. My nose is so plugged. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm just like trying to breathe a little bit. I couldn't.
You said OT went on tour today and you breathed a sigh of relief.
Right when they left, they're like, we're leaving in the morning. I go, okay, I'll see you guys in a couple days. So I've been 5 days every day, waking hour, like, oh, let's take dabs all day. I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, I got to get back to work too. It's just been summer camp for 5 days. That's really what it's been. It's been fun.
Yeah, that's how I was in like when I was doing that stretch. I don't know. Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad. But yeah, I was drinking every day. Like in Ontario, it's 2 shows a night. In Irvine, Bakersfield, bro, I was drinking every night. Like it gets to a point where you wake up and you just can't no more, bro. And then we're in California, so every city is like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive, and so it's like it's too close to get a hotel, but then the next city's too far to like fly. Like it's too close to fly. You know, it just, you have to sit in traffic for 3 hours at minimum, which drains you. Like it's almost as bad as a fucking flight.
Yeah. And
I'm just like hungover. The sun is. Dude, I was gonna tell you, not complaining. Just a fun fact. When I did your podcast, when we did the live podcast, in Palm Springs, I was coming all the way from the valley. So you sent me a driver, and the driver picked me up in a Tesla Model Y, beautiful car. But these cars have full moon roofs, right? So they
beaming.
The sun was.
It's not tinted.
No tints.
What?
No tints on sides.
It's black
or top.
lane. It was supposed to be an SUV.
No, it's. I mean, like I said, I'm not complaining. It was
like
just,
what you pulled up in is what I ordered.
Yeah. Oh no, but it wasn't that. It was just
they pulled up in a free gas car. I paid for the trip. That's some shit. I'm gonna have Rosie hit them up,
bro. It was because I was just like, I'm hungover. I'm high.
You're sweating it out in the long ass drive,
bro. And then on top of that, I left there, so it was like a 2 hour drive there, then a 2 hour drive to Bellflower. Then in Bellflower was an outdoor comedy festival, so everybody's outside like. I remember just being like so.
And you did the hot box right before you left.
It was definitely, the day was draining for sure. By the end of the night, I was like, damn. We were everywhere, but
did you see the clip of the stage after they took the hot box off your guys' heads?
Bro, it's crazy. That whole day was crazy. I mean,
suffocation.
I don't know how you guys stayed up. I can't imagine.
So I was up to like 6 in the morning. I got to the Airbnb. I just couldn't sleep. Every time I'm around fans and we're doing stuff, I'm just like, I feel like I get hyped up all over again. I don't know why, and I just started taking dabs.
No, that's what I'm telling you. What happened at Disneyland? Like, I would
shit on me. It's okay.
No, but I'll be walking, and then like I'll be like, man, I'm starting to get tired, and somebody be like, oh man, I'm a big fan. Can I get a picture? And then that little interaction just gives you like that. I call them ego boosts, where they're like adrenaline boosts, where you're like, oh, thank
charges you up,
and it charges me up, and then you can't be there too much longer because now they're like, hey, you want to do a little something, you know? And I'm with my girl, I'm with my family. My boy's got his daughter with him. Like, they don't even sell beer there, so I'm chilling, you know. So I have to
do a bump off Mickey's nose.
Yeah, so I have to walk away with like now I gotta do some shit. Yeah, sorry, bro. I gotta put pep in my step. So they'll give every time I would like take a picture with like a fan or whatever. It always gave me like the extra boost I needed.
It's
There'll be times where I'm like, please, somebody recognize me so I can get a boost. I'm tired. You know what? Funny story though. I can't believe I'm saying this. I dissed Nikki and to Disneyland.
Hey. Soda's allowed at Disneyland. We're talking about soda here.
I was in the motherfucking bathroom wiping my ass doing bumps. Never took a shit, never took a piss. Just walked in there, wiped my ass, did a bump, and walked out.
Bumps and dumps.
Bumps and dumps. Bumps and dumps.
There you go, Marty.
Yeah, title.
Bumps and dumps. I like it.
I was all nervous too because they told me like you can't even bring pens in there, nothing like that. Yeah, well, then I walked. Well, first of all, the guy knew me, the security guy, right away, so I could have brought anything in. But yeah, I brought that coke in, and I was like, this is about to be embarrassing. I get arrested at fucking Disney. There's a video on TikTok going viral of this lady getting arrested.
I just saw yesterday.
Yeah, she's getting arrested at Disneyland. The daughters are like, no, please help. That's some ghetto ass shit.
It is ghetto, bro.
The ghetto shit is to fight another parent at Disney.
Oh, that happens so often for some reason. And they always choose like, wait till all the kids are with us right now, not on the rides. Let's box.
Yeah.
Also, let's knock one of them over as we fight. Dude, every time.
It's so funny when I see those videos, like in Six Flags in Chicago, because all the people go from the inner city to the suburbs to go to Six Flags, because on the outskirts. Always gang fights. Always, you'll see the videos going viral. This little girl watching her mom get whooped, then I don't know what she get whooped too. Like, damn.
I saw a lady pick up a kid by the hair the other day, and while she was fighting the mom, picked the kid up and threw her by her hair.
Everybody just ragged on him. But I did buy, you know what I did buy? My bad. I don't know why I keep talking, but
we're chilling, man.
I always wanted to get. When I was growing up, I always wanted the Toy Story toys, like the official Toy Story toys, and I never could afford them because they're like $40, you know. And then this time I went, I bought them all. I got Buzz, I got Woody, I got fucking the robot, the Buzz's dad from the first movie, the villain.
Okay.
Him, the Slinky,
scary guy.
I got them all, bro, all in the boxes. I was like, all right. I feel like one of those old dudes get like action figures and shit.
Yeah.
I always wanted these. Now I'm happy I got them.
Do you keep them in the box?
Yeah, the Buzz Lightyear spaceship box. Yeah.
Oh, it comes with.
Yeah, the spaceship box. Yeah. You cut it out and it turns into a spaceship, but I'm not gonna do that. But yeah.
No, hell no. Keep it in the box.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in the box. Yeah.
Sick. I like toys too.
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole you can end up. That's like gambling, damn.
Yeah, it is like gambling. Be careful with that because it's so fun.
Yeah, no, I'm chilling. I already got a problem with shoes, so I'm cool on that.
Oh yeah, no, I just wear Vans all the time.
Yeah, I need to get like that.
Yeah, I don't care about them more. I do have a lot of toys though. It gets bad.
What's your favorite pair of shoes now that you shit up the threes?
Shit, now that
you shit up the threes. Damn, Marty.
Speaking about threes, I just bought a pair of threes 2 days ago. I went to Cool Kicks. My girl was looking for a pair of Yeezys.
I got a pair of threes from Cool Kicks.
Oh yeah, I got a pair of black cement threes. So those are cool. They're gonna come out next year again. But I remember me and my homie, we used to share a pair of those when they came out. So he'll take them to school one day, and then I'll take them to school the next day. So I got a brand new pair for myself, and then so those threes are probably one of my favorites because they're real comfortable. Yeah. But my favorite shoe of all time has always been the 8, because I remember when I was in middle school, they came out, it was 07, and there was this kid, and his dad was a drug dealer. He ended up growing up to be a drug dealer too, but he had all of them, bro, and he'll wear the aquas, the playoffs, then the orange ones that came out.
Oh yeah. These are tough.
And I always wanted them, and I just couldn't afford them. So I told myself, I was like, whenever I get money, I'm gonna buy them. And yeah, when I got a job, and maybe like at 17, they came out again in 2012, or not 17. I was like 16, 15. They came out, and I bought them again. And now every time I get a chance, I buy them. I got like 3 pairs of playoff 8s at home.
You never see these.
I have 1 pair.
You got 8s? I've never seen these out in life. I forgot they existed.
Oh yeah, Gabe DeRocco.
Yeah, those are that's my favorite shoes.
Those are hard, right? That's the ones I got.
Yeah, those are the ones I have.
Yeah, those are Gabe DeRocco.
Yeah, my favorite shoes of all
Those
time.
are hard, dude. Damn, I'm not into shoes like I used to be, but good.
Yeah, and I wear a lot of Bapes too, like a lot of a bathing ape.
Bathing ape.
Yeah, I like those shoes a lot too. I always wanted them because like Soulja Boy when he was hot, I just bought me some bathing. Yeah.
It's crazy how much music influences your ass.
Influences.
It does,
music
though.
influences me. People ask me like, "Do you watch comedy?" Like I listen to music. Nothing inspires me more than music. Like I love music. If I would have been a rapper, I would have been a rapper. If I could have been a rapper, I would have been a rapper. But I can't rap. I tried it. I got a verse out there somewhere.
Someone's got it out with a blackmail on you.
Yeah, bad. But yeah, man. Like I love music, bro. Music and concerts were like my hobby.
What's your most listened to artist album?
Shit, right? Artist album. Like I was a huge fan of The Weeknd. It's funny. I got a joke right now. It's like fat Mexicans love The Weeknd. We just like eat our feelings away, listen to blasting The Weeknd and shit. But The Weeknd's the whole trilogy album, you know, with all the 3 tapes, and then of course, you know, Kissland, Beauty Behind the Madness, and the first tattoo I ever got, it was right here on my chest. It's the XO, The Weeknd's logo. I traded it for an iPhone 4. Yeah, I did. I remember trading that phone. I was so excited. I was like 16. I found that phone somewhere or stole it from somebody. I don't remember. It was a white iPhone 4, and I was so happy to get my tattoo. I traded it with the tattoo artist that I found on a Facebook group somewhere. And I remember I was so geeked that I forgot to like erase it. And I realized I had a whole bunch of pictures of my dick on them. So then when I went back to my point, like to my follow up, because you know, get tattoos are addicting. So I went back to get another tattoo like a week after that. And he's like, bro, you gave me that photo. It had a whole bunch of pictures of your dick. I was like, it wasn't my dick. He's like, so somebody else dick on your phone? I was like, no, it wasn't. It was embarrassing, bro. But I remember just being like in a real low point of my life when The Weeknd was like coming up, and he used to like sing about being depressed and doing and like basically what I was going through. So I had a huge like The Weeknd, like I was a huge Weeknd like part of the cult damn near, you know. Obviously, you know, he grew as an artist, his music changed. I don't really listen to him anymore, but The Weeknd for sure is definitely one of my goats. Rod Wave, you know, fat motherfucker, got to support another fat motherfucker. And then of course all the Mexicans coming up right now. OT,
A lot of them, dude.
D Baby in Houston,
A lot.
all them people, bro. Like I listen to any Mexican doing their thing and shit, grinding. I fuck with.
My last question.
Yeah.
What was the first concert you ever went to?
It was in 2008. Lil Wayne concert at the at the time it was called the First Midwest Amphitheater in Tinley Park. Sorry, the year was 2009. It was the I Am Still Music tour. Right after he dropped Sorry for the Wait, the mixtape, which is why I called my tour Sorry for the Wait. Because of that. And also Chief Keef has one called Sorry for the Wait, another mixtape. So I was heavy influenced by those 2 rappers. And
WAIT.
WAIT, Sorry for the Wait, but I just changed it to Wait.
Yeah.
But it was because of the Lil Wayne. He had that, I mean, shit, bangers on that mixtape, you know. But I went to see him. It was Kerry Hilson, Far East Movement, like
yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, the Asians.
Yeah.
After them 2, Rick Ross came out, and I remember he stole the show. It was just his ass came out, and then like every 5 seconds, all you heard is Maybach music and like a huge DJ. It was like I was what 9 to 13 years old. I remember I got a ticket for myself. It was $93. I was working at a factory with my dad at the time on weekends, and I saved up. And obviously he didn't want to buy a ticket for himself, and I wasn't about to pay for that. So he waited for me like at a Target parking lot. It's an amphitheater, bro. So you know the traffic is crazy. I had to walk forever to find this motherfucker, and I didn't have a cell phone at the time.
You just had to find him.
He let me borrow his phone. So he didn't even have a phone.
What did you borrow the phone for?
Yeah, because I wanted to record. I wanted to record. He had a BlackBerry. The BlackBerry. Remember when BlackBerry came out with like their last good phone where it like slid up and they had a full keyboard?
So your dad just did this?
I'm pretty sure he went to a strip club somewhere, but
okay.
I don't know what he did. But I was in there and I just remember like watching Rick Ross, and then like Lil Wayne. That's when Young Money was really hot. So he brought out like Tyga, Nicki Minaj, Birdman was there.
Sick
he brought the whole roster. Gutta Gutta, like all the people that I was like I remember when they did this. They did the song "Every Girl." I wish I could every girl, and then they did the Bedrock. I remember those two songs came out. I lost my boy. I was going crazy, and I'll never forget that shit. They had a ramp that came down from the amphitheater ceiling, and Lil Wayne jumped on it. So he was from here to maybe this ceiling right here. I was a kid, bro. So I'm watching this motherfucker and I just remember when I was watching him rapping, and he had the chains on. But I had always seen it on TV. But like seeing diamonds in person, seeing his teeth like glistening with the lights hitting him. That I always told myself, I was like, one day I'm gonna get myself a grill. Like I'm gonna buy myself diamonds, because like just like seeing the lights fucking like goddamn blinding.
Yeah.
People. So now when I wear them on stage, people tell me that like, bro, like you're hilarious.
It's a small hit.
It's a small hit, and then
just
like if I just smile enough, it'll hit something. Like they'll be like, God damn.
Yeah.
So that's why I also got the grill, because I was that Lil Wayne concert. It's funny you asked that, but yeah, that Lil Wayne concert. That was the first concert I went to willingly. Yeah. That I bought a ticket for and I went.
That's always the question.
Because I also, like when I was a
fair
kid,
80 times.
Yeah, like my mom took me to see Joan Sebastian. He had his horses and shit, but I slept the whole concert. Like I didn't watch that shit.
Of course you can sleep through a whole concert. You're Mexican.
Yeah. And that was the first concert I went to, and I wanted to. And then there's another time. This is a funny story that I like to tell, but this is a quick story real quick.
You're good.
I always wanted to. My mom was a big fan of Maná. It's a Mexican rock band. Okay. Maná, they're huge, bro. They do arenas every year. They haven't even dropped music in years, but they still do arenas somehow. That's the good thing about Mexican musicians.
Transcends.
They just tour forever off the one album. You know, they're like 50 Cent. But she always wanted to go see these guys, and obviously my dad was kind of a dick, so he never bought her tickets to go see them. She couldn't afford them. I couldn't afford them. Even though I was working, I couldn't afford to take her. And I remember it's so funny how all this shit is going to come back around. You're going to think I'm making this shit up, but I'm not. My family that visited me from Houston.
The ones who were screaming?
That heard me have my sleep paralysis episode or whatever. It was that same week. And I remember because that was the first time they had ever visited us. That's when my dad went and bought the TV with the PS3, like cleaned the shit out the house for the first time ever. Like I remember that. It was a big moment in our life having company over. So my mom wanted to go to the concert, and that day we were gonna go. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a ticket, and I'll buy you your ticket, and you just come with me. I was like, all right, cool. But then my family got there, so now we're like, we can't leave them. Like obviously either we all go or none of us go, and we're not all gonna go. So we couldn't go to the concert. But my dad, we went out to eat at Rainforest Cafe in Chicago downtown, and while we were eating, bro, the lady asked us, she's like, hey, are you guys familiar with the band Maná? Because we're the only Mexicans there, and they're Mexican. And my mom was like, oh, yeah, you know, they have a concert tonight. We wish we could have been there, whatever. So, well, they're eating upstairs. She's like, so if you guys, when they're done, maybe we could meet them. So we're like, we couldn't believe. I was like, what? Like, what kind of life is this that out of nowhere, the person we wanted to see happens to be in the same building as us? And I remember the lead singer, his name is Fer, short for Fernando, came downstairs with his bodyguard to use the restroom. And I remember just seeing him like, holy fuck, my mom losing her shit. And he after he takes a piss, I think they had already told him like, hey, there's gonna be a table that might go crazy when they see you. He came straight out, he told us, he's like, hey, I'm having dinner right now. It's my daughter's birthday. She's upstairs, had our whole family, the whole band. She's like, so we're eating, but once we're done eating, if you guys are nice enough to wait for us, come upstairs and we'd love to take pictures.
Oh,
shit. So we started ordering more shit so we could make time and shit, you know? We ate. And then I remember going upstairs and my mom just like seeing her genuinely like happy and starstruck for the first time. Like this is her favorite fucking band. So that was also another, like, it's not a concert, but it's like a moment in my life regarding music. Concert. Yeah. It was cool.
Oh, hell no. Yeah. Just by existing, your mom never forget.
Yeah.
That's why you stop for everybody to ask for a picture.
Yeah, and my mom's like religious too, so she's always like,
God said that.
God, yeah. I was like, I don't know. I think it was coincidence. But you know, And that was also a very cool moment. And I always got throwing my embarrassing shit in there. I remember we had just got a digital camera, like the family digital camera. And when the dude came to tell us like, hey, I'm gonna be right back to take pictures. I tried to sneak a picture, and the flash was on. So he just like, I could just see him like. And now that I know what it feels like when people put flashes in your face, I'm like, oh man, that was a whole move. If I was him, I would have been like, you know what? Just for that, enjoy that one picture. Never mind.
Oh, how old were you?
I mean, it had to have been around the same time. I was maybe 13.
13?
13,
Damn,
14.
a little.
Bro, the whole fucking restaurant, you know, Rainforest Cafe is dark. So that shit just, I was like, oh shit.
Yo, way cooler than a concert.
Yeah, sure.
Super sick. All right, well, thank you very much, dude. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate y'all, man.
My nose is just done. Thank you for being here. KenFlores.net for all tickets. Sorry for the wait tour. Your special should be out very soon. Yep. Follow on Instagram, Ken Flores.
Has anybody ever called you Kenny Flowers?
Bro, dude, yes. Flowers, no. Kenny, yes. I remember when I was in Houston this last time, on the fucking marquee, they put Kevin Flores.
Oh.
I was like, I get Kenny, I can understand, because people think Kenny's my name because I go by Ken. Kevin, I was like, where the fuck y'all get that from?
That's whack.
My name is Kenji. That's my government
Your actual name? J.I.?
Y.I.
Y.I.
Yeah, but it's pronounced Kenji. I don't know.
With the Y-I?
My dad wanted to name me Kenji. Didn't know how to spell it. He spelled it with a Y. So, you know, a lot of times in Mexico, they spell things with a Y pronounced like a J. Like, you'll meet a Jessica with a Y.
Yeah. Or H.
So,
yo, I have a homie named Naver.
Naver?
Because his dad wanted to say something friendly, and he didn't know how to spell neighbor. Straight from Mexico.
Hell yeah.
Naver.
That's kind of dope, I guess.
It's kind of hard, but he's like, it's friendly. It's America. Like, your neighbor, your friends. Basically, like, friend. Like, no, fool, you made him sound dumb, but it's a sick name. But when you explain it, you go, damn, your dad's dumb as hell. All right, well, thank you for being here, man. I don't know how long we've been here, but, bro, thank you again. I was going to say some shit that I would have never lived down right now. Every time you come over to the show, I laugh so hard that my face hurts. I was like, you always make my cheeks hurt. I almost said it. But I know I said it now, but I explained myself. My face hurts right here.
I know, me too.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Marty, you got anything else?
I appreciate you. These are my favorite.
Man, thank you, man.
Ken Flores, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. KenFlores.net, Ken Flores on all social media. Guys, this has been the social media. This has been the Dope as Usual podcast. We appreciate you. From Marty, from Ken Flores and I, have a dope ass day.
Perfect.